What's in the frame?
Oh, you. Like I said, it's on that way. It's that direction. It's right here.
Well, I know, but like...
From the parking block, all the parking block, all the way to this path. You can actually leave it on there.
What?
The thing. Oh, what are you doing?
Moving it so it looks better on the screen.
Now I moved it that way a little bit.
So you don't have all that stuff on there?
I gotcha. So everybody should be able to hear well.
Is it on already?
Yeah, it's on already. It's been
you gotta
on.
tell me when you go live.
I did.
You said, are you ready?
I said we're live now.
3, 2, 1, let's go. He just doesn't tell me.
There's one person here anyway who just showed up.
Hello. I'm testing out this earpiece. Make sure you can hear me.
Oh, it's Cheryl. Cheryl says hi.
Hey Cheryl, can you hear me?
Hi, Cheryl. How are you, Cheryl?
Ask if she can hear me.
Can you hear Stephanie right now, Cheryl? And can you hear me? We have the earpieces in again, so I tested them out to make sure there was audio, so if she walks around, or I walk around. Yes, she can, so
Yay.
That's good. How are you doing, Cheryl? We're back here in Indiana. I'm glad you're here for this one and you found it. Yeah, it's been a minute. How have you been doing? And that's good. Can you still hear Stephanie say something now?
Well, she should still be able to hear me.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, I can hear you both. Cause
I was far enough away from the camera.
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how bad this camera is. But anyway, yeah, been good. That's good. We've been back out here, back in Indiana. Couple things. Did reach 1,000 subscribers on the channel. I don't know if you came back for that already or whether you know that already, but you might. I always forget when people jump on and off. But yeah.
You haven't done the dance yet.
We're waiting. I explained to everybody in another stream that you can watch right before this one that I'm waiting for my feet to go down before I do any dancing. You can hold me to it. I have no problem with it. I have no problem with doing it. We're
gonna do a short, and we'll put it on in LoveIzALL too. We'll do a short of you dancing.
Yeah, I figure tonight, after today, I figure the thing is, and then I have the socks on now, so it's. But I really do think it's those shoes. Sadly, I think they're past their prime. But thankfully, I have these sandals, which are weird. They hurt the feet too, but they're not as bad as the other shoes. And then the other shoes, I never buy gel shoes. I never buy gel shoes because the gel shoes always kill my feet after a while. The gel breaks down easy, and then they hurt my feet after that. Because with my stuff going on physically, it's like I have to have new shoes like every 6 months. Not that I don't want to wear them so the wheels fall off, but I do, but I can't because eventually my wheels will fall off, kind of.
That's about normal if you wear the same shoes every day.
Well, also too, I put my shoes sometimes through some rugged stuff. I mean, like, I was even before this, those same pair of shoes. I was almost like I was doing something else. I was walking like 4 to 6 miles a day, which I'm glad I did before I did all this stuff. But I was walking like 4 to 6 miles a day and, putting all that pressure on the shoes. I was doing it in snow and ice and salt. So I'm not surprised that those shoes have started to deteriorate. They're New Balance, though. I mean, I know people nowadays say New Balance is for older people, and I guess I am an older person anyway, but are getting there. But the point being is that, they were still very comfortable shoes. I didn't have a problem with them. These sandals are New Balance, too, but these sandals are like... I bought these sandals in Port Lavaca, Texas, in 2012. Not that anybody really wants to know that, but in January of 2012. So... they're still decent. They still have their shape, but they definitely aren't that comfortable anymore because they've just been worn so much. But I need them for the showers here because the showers that are in that building are right there. Unfortunately, you want some kind of shower shoe or stuff, and I took a few of them without that, and it's like, eh. Ironically, the time I had shoes or sandals to go in there with was the day they cleaned the bathroom right before I went in there, cleaned the shower before I went in there. And it smelled of bleach. But we got 11 people here. If you guys want to like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. No, some people maybe realize that nobody else knows about the bell thing. For people that are viewing later on, if you hit that bell when you like and subscribe, that'll actually give you notifications on your phone and emails and stuff, depending on how you have it set up. So that way when this thing does go live, you can actually get notified and tune in accordingly. But yeah, absolutely. Like and subscribe. And then also there's donation links in the description. It helps with gas. It helps with other things. Thank you for the person that liked it. Thank you for the 2 people that liked it. That's always appreciated. Engagement is always good. We're also trying to get our watch hours. We got 1,000 subscribers, but before you can monetize anything in a channel, you need to get a couple of things. Like one of them is really crazy. For the short views, it's like 3 million or 4 million, but the watch hours, it's like 4,000 watch hours. Currently, the channel is at like 1,000, near 1,500 watch hours, just to make it simplistic. So you can see there's still a little bit to go. But if you like and subscribe, that always helps. Hitting the like button helps. Hitting the bell for notifications probably helps too. So I'm going to mention that too from now on. And is that a flying ant? Indeed you are. It's like that Marvel movie Ant-Man right here crawling on, which you can't see it of course. Crawling on the tripod is a little ant. What was that name's ant in the movie Ant-Man? Anthony? I guess this is Anthony. Come on, Anthony. Get off the tripod. I don't want to hurt you. Anthony went away.
What? Anthony the ant?
Well, yeah, there was a flying ant on a tripod. So. There was a movie you may or may not seen with Ant-Man, and it said that's what he called the flying ant after a while, was Anthony. So that's what I call that ant temporarily. Of course, who knows? The same ant can come back twice.
More movie references.
Well, if that guy McHorror was here, he'd appreciate that. It was,
Well, yeah.
and he's got a lot of watch hours, so I can't say that McHorror isn't.
Fill him up.
So, and that's the other thing we were saying. If you want to just leave this on in the background, go ahead.
Yeah, right.
Vacuum your house, comb your dog, do your dishes, wash your car, have fun with your kids, maybe play a game of Parcheesi with them. It's on in the background. Yeah. But no, I'm just kidding. Obviously, the watch hours helps, and I appreciate if anybody watching this stuff. Today it's kind of just a back at camp thing. We're not really going anywhere today. Tomorrow there's places still in the general area, but the thing that's crazy, the best day for that might actually be Thursday. Might be a good day for that, because Thursday in Michigan City, Indiana, that's when all the artistic stuff kind of over the weekend, and on Thursday that's when it kind of all goes on, so to speak.
No, it's Friday.
I thought it was Thursday and Friday. A lot of those places were open Thursday too, weren't they?
They're open on Thursday, but Friday night they have that. Friday night's the thing I want to go to. They have on Friday night they have an artist night out, and a lot of the businesses will open up as well because they sell local artists pieces, you know, clothing, jewelry, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I really want to go to it because of that. And then they have the artist loft.
Yeah.
Some of the artists that are still there are involved in that, and
Right.
I know because that artist loft, I want to check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I like a lot of stuff about the Michigan City area. I like the architecture. It's very much what Chicago used to be 30 years ago, when the neighborhoods that were closest to the lakefront, but not dreadfully close. They were close enough because obviously the Great Chicago Fire, which I'm sure everybody's heard of at some point.
Are you gonna sit in front of the camera at all?
I will.
Because if no one's on the camera,
I know.
can't see your beautiful face. I just took a shower. I'm
But
nice and clean.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to change my pants soon now because there's ticks
What we
out
need to
here.
do, is to find, like, if anybody, cheap laundromat. Even there you go.
I washed some clothes in there, but I'm gonna have to take the shirt off too because you know what I found out? Bugs really like this shirt. I had it on for not even very long, and I'm like, they're starting to go for it. I'm like, nope.
Well, there was a bee, like I said, he
That
came
white
by
shirt,
here at
no,
least
but
3
this one,
times.
yes.
This bee
It's
came at least
gonna
3
start
times
raining.
and started buzzing around my head and wanted something. Thought maybe it was a lemon juice that I brought out, which later on I'm going to try that. I got to wash off that water thing right there. That clear water jug, because of the fact that it has something on the side of it. But then I'm going to use the water. The water from up there seems like it's clean. It's got a water bottle there and everything, and it's cold.
It's a filter.
So I take it it's very
It's a
potable
zero
water.
water filter. It's actually really good.
But yeah. And then we have pizza to eat, which we got for free from Family Express.
So I'm gonna eat right now, actually.
So
It's starting to rain.
is it?
Yes, it is. And look up at the sky.
Well, I see, but that doesn't look like even a cell. It just looks like wispy stuff. It might be
They're
okay
all,
from
they're
there.
all coming together. See how it's darker over there?
No, I do. I just wonder.
It wasn't dark even 5 minutes ago.
I'm just wondering how powerful of a
I
cell it
don't
is.
know. That doesn't really matter. I just get ready for it either way. Because it could start up any second. So I gotta make sure I have my keys on me just in case we need to drive off. Not that it'll be that bad, but you know,
I don't
if
think
I do
so.
it every time, if I do it every time.
Then you'll be ready when it does.
Exactly.
But I understand that. I just. Oh. It is interesting. We did wonder, and I don't know if that. I don't think that was on camera, whether or not you could hear the tornado sirens here. And let me tell you, you can hear them. Stephanie didn't know. I don't think. I was like, she just like kind of looked around and, what was that kind of a thing at the moment. But I was just like, well, they test them, and thankfully here, I guess the same as Illinois. I'm not sure if it's that way across the country. I think it might be from the storm spotting stuff. I think it might be. No.
Like if I said, get in the car, we're going down, and there's nothing in here?
No. Not in that kind of situation, no. I mean, but no, so it's like they test them on Tuesdays, usually around 10 or 11 o'clock local time, which is CST, so they usually give them a good and tearing rip, and this one went on for a while, but you can hear it here. And I'm not surprised because there's a train station right outside of this place too, so as well as what this area is, the main little.
Important documents. Same thing with my pins. I don't know why.
And there's a spider right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can we see that?
I thought you were gonna say there was a spider over here. I'm like, where?
Can we zoom in? I don't know if it's a spider or is. What is that? Can you see that? There it is. I don't know. It might just be something on a web blowing in the wind. It's hard to tell. Like I was saying, another stream. Oh, it went up. Well, down, but I felt bad to the one fire we had, which I believe wasn't a live stream because, well, I think after that there was a live stream. Because unfortunately the logs hosted a colony of ants, and those ants were, as you might expect, not too happy to be burning in somebody's campfire. And I felt pretty bad about that, honestly. Like I said earlier. Never been really too big on the idea of harming anything, Especially the small things. The smallest things are. It's so weird because my habit is always like, well, let's see. Sorry. Hope I know I got two. Anyway, I had to go look at radar real quick. I was curious. The interesting thing for me being here at this point in Indiana, but I lost chat again. Oh no. That's one thing I hate about losing this. Let me see that. Nope, whenever I do that, I always lose chat. But, no, I looked at the radar. It's just like something that's actually dissipating as it goes over. So it won't be that bad. So it won't put that much of a damper on the festivities. What will, though, is not being able to see chat. You might want to get out your phone.
For what?
So that way, because when I switched out to see the radar, it took chat away. And it's happened before.
You put it back on before.
Yeah, but just by going in and out of the app a couple times.
Do you want this?
I don't know if it should be rinsed. No.
We found a place that gets you can get espresso, coffee, hot, cold for. If you do refills, it's $1.69, I think it said.
Yeah.
And
if not, it's like $2.
It's $2.13, and that's with.
Well, actually, you know what? Yeah, then do say that because the refill's cheaper than that. So
right,
yeah,
and you want the iced kind, right?
Yeah, I might as well just keep
well,
that.
you just need to rinse it out because you have milk in it.
That's fine. Just put it in my shoe, the shoe top of my shoe, and I'll just rinse it out. I'll take everything in the garbage.
Right, it's in your shoe.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Where else can you go that somebody will put the coffee in your shoe? Only in Indiana. Dunewood Campground. It's a tradition.
Only where you can get refill espresso for $2.
It's a tradition here.
$1.69.
It's a tradition here that after you get your $1.69 espresso.
The thing is then you can get 6 of them. You get a free one too.
Right.
And,
but
and they don't care if you get the coffee with the extra espresso shot.
But you only get the free one if you put the coffee in your shoe. That's the tradition here. So only if you put the coffee in your shoe that you get the refill.
Okay, I need to change this shirt now.
That's the way it works.
Yeah, I know.
Where's that? Where did that go there? Come on, man. Yeah, I'm not getting it back. Oh well. I'm chatless. But that's okay. 15 minutes into it. We're not going to be on super long today. But you can always tell us how much you love us by like, subscribing, hitting the bell to get notified when there are future lives and future updates. And then also going to the description and donating if you want. And that'll help us do things like gas and food and all that stuff as we go on. People out there setting up their tent, which you can't really see too clear from here. They're getting ready to come in. We're getting ready to eat. Oh, that's what I was going to say, is that the pizza was free from Family Express, the same place she's talking about, which I have to go and do that too, because apparently it's a new customer thing, so they give you one free extra large pizza. So that was nice. We also have other stuff on rewards. We can go get free breakfast sausage from Joel, and either $2 off of gas, or $3 off a bakery item, which I'm betting will be $3 off a bakery item. I just have that feeling it'll be $3 off a bakery item of $3 or more. I got a feeling that that'll be the one we're using. But regardless, you're waiting and you see all these people go by. The reason they go by is because that over there is the bathroom, like I said. So if you go over that way, that's where the showers and bathrooms are for the and then ladies that come through here. But it's pretty nice. Yesterday there's a big horse trail out here too. We went by and seen. We got back in from the Illinois/Chicago area. We seen them at the end, the one end of the trail, the one trail. I know it's a bit static and boring. Thing is, I can't go too far this way unless I go like this, and then maybe I can do that. Yeah, then I can do that. Go over that way a little bit. I'll show you the other side of things. At least give you a different visual viewpoint, and then do that again, and then bring you back over this way. Just basically because vehicles and whatnot.
I think I have more clean dresses now than t-shirts.
That's interesting.
I have more clean dresses than t-shirts. My t-shirts are all dirty.
Well, that's what I said. The one thing is, that'd be great. There's a 5 people. How about this? You guys just give me enough to go do laundry. That'd be even a boon for itself the next day, and then I'll stream the laundry trip. That way you can all go do our laundry together. You guys can do your laundry at home, and I can do my laundry here.
Right. I wanted to wear a t-shirt because it's kind of warm, but I think I'm going to get stuck wearing this green organ thing.
The duck thing?
Yeah. See, with this long sleeve, I can get it over my shirt.
The last time she wore that, she quacked like a duck for an hour.
What? Quack like a duck? No.
Don't be all coy about it now.
My University of Oregon shirt? Come on.
It's okay.
I like green too, and see, it covers my hands. Less bug bites.
True.
Or scratches that cause me
I
problems.
I never knew, like,
because I'm getting scratches, they scar now. They're
Yeah.
not healing because of my iron situation.
right.
So
That's
sometimes they get infected really easy.
I know.
So yeah.
But that's why you got, the cute gloves on.
Is that what you wanted?
I'm not saying that's what I wanted. I just said that's what you had done before. But I mean, that kind of stuff is YouTube gold. So there you go.
You're not even showing the campsite.
No, I did.
Why don't you walk around?
Well, the one before this, I walked around. I went all the way up there.
Just turn that. And let's see a bunch of
I walked through there. I walked over there with them before.
Oh, it's sideways. Sideways. You got it sideways. You know that it's sideways? Okay. So this one under here.
No, I know. It's
Okay.
that way. I got it. This one was loose, though.
Yeah.
Well, it's also this one.
Well, straighten it out. Your legs aren't even either, so that's part of the issue. Okay, so we're working on the tripod here. So this one, yeah, if you just unscrew that, you can go up and down,
All right.
and then you can set it where you want it. Then you tighten it down. You should be able to go back and forth. And why this is bobbing, I'm not sure, but we're gonna move it up anyway because it looks better when it's up. You can see more, and then you can tilt it down if you want. That is nice. Oh, it's not straight. Still not quite straight, but you got the view. I don't.
Well, here, let me see. From where it's at.
One underneath it.
Hold on.
It's actually a little one. I mean, I'm gonna do the little one, not the big one,
I mean,
come on, that's not straight. Here, let me do it.
what's here?
Well, I know, but it's gonna move, so we want to get it to where it stays when you move it. Right there. Hello, everybody. Come for the ride. I have a tripod from Goodwill and some other pieces from online. And, okay, so why will it not stay there? We'll just do it this way. This one's tighter. Yep. Okay, I use this one in the back here.
All right. That's fine. That's fine.
You have to be on camera once in a while.
All right.
Not if you can help it. Okay, now if I stand in front of it. See, the thing that I have a hard time with is it's a lot easier if you do the front-facing camera.
Yeah.
Because you can see what's on it. And you can be on at the same time. Wow, I look really tired there. Hello. How's your puppy?
Okay. Yeah.
So we can't see what's on the screen. Can we switch the view?
I guess.
Thanks. What's that? You can turn it more on me if you want. Mm-hmm. What? Do you want your pizza?
No, I'm okay.
You're not gonna eat?
Alright, it's minute.
Okay. And isn't it that one button that does it open, puts the text back on?
I don't know. I don't think.
It's just... You were just on it.
Oh, I know.
I can't see you anymore.
I know.
You're gonna have to be honest sometimes, Thomas.
Oh, no, I am at some point.
Well, even with the camera slightly tilted. I'm
Right.
eating. I gotta eat first.
That's what.
This is a
Any good or
pepperoni,
not?
sausage, bacon pieces, green peppers, and onions. It's actually pretty good. And they made it to order, so.
Yeah. Is it any good though, or no?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It's not bad.
And it's thin crust. I should take this out of my ear while I eat, huh? It's probably pretty loud.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as it's good.
It is. Mm-hmm.
That's really about it for today. What's going on?
We're gonna start a fire soon.
Right.
Fire. You want a fire tonight or not?
What's that?
Oh.
That works. Either way. I just gotta worry about these things. Tomorrow would be a better day.
You gotta worry about what things?
Those. It went down a lot, like a lot. That makes it very good.
Wow, they're gonna be really confused.
I explained that earlier in the other videos about that.
Well, tell them now what you're talking about since you...
Oh, let's see edema on the leg.
That's from us not being able to put our feet up over the weekends. Not having the right clothing. And probably a little bit of the food consumption. 'Cause when I had a little bit more money, I was able to buy better food. Didn't have so many preservatives in it. Well, this looks like it's actually not so bad. It's like a thin crust and has real tomato.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like a basic sauce. It doesn't have much of stuff in it. It's nice.
Yeah, I'm supposed to try to call the other place back and see.
Oh, what other place back?
That pizza place we went to.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of shitty.
So you called them and then you got switched to corporate, and then when you called corporate, what did they say?
Nothing. They were calling us. We gotta call the home location thing.
Oh, I thought you called them right after you called the first one.
No, because at the time we were in the car, we were going somewhere. We arrived somewhere. I forgot it.
Excuse me. You can
I
call
can't
them now.
remember where.
I'm here.
I think. Well, actually, you can do it through your phone because I texted you the thing. It says Homewood and the number on it, so it should be in your text thing, I believe.
Mm-hmm. 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 I was telling him my phone's in over there. I don't think I'm gonna eat the thicker part of the crust just in case it doesn't agree with my body. Okay, let's switch the chat back on.
I don't know.
It's one of these bottom ones.
I'm gonna try it.
A 60-second short was uploaded to our channel as unlisted. Okay, we'll have to fix that. That's funny. No. Oh, that's green screen. No. Where is it? No, retouch. You don't need that. I found it before. That's... Oh. Do you have your chat filter set to all messages or top
It's
messages?
usually all messages, but
Oh, it was on. And then you can hide all the chat messages too, but you had it on top messages. Okay, now it's showing all. Hey, Trent. Night Clover. Hello. I'm sure you guys wrote that way a long time ago, but... And of course, Cheryl. Number one.
Hi. I was told this is like your guys' corporate office.
It's just another location. That's their main person.
You want to call our corporate office?
Well, yeah, I wanted to, yeah.
That location has the
I'm
owner.
going to give you the phone number, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You ready?
Sure.
It's 708
Okay.
798
Okay.
0080.
Okay, thank you.
But that's they're the number that the other one gave you to talk to them.
Bye.
Okay. Well, just so you know, they're probably busy right now. So maybe we should wait a couple hours because I heard that they were busy. You could tell. So, but that other location was giving you the location you just called because they're the ones in charge.
Yeah.
So someone at that location is in charge. So you just have to find out who they are and put them on the phone. Probably an owner or something like that. And that is who you want. You should always give them a chance to fix it. If you haven't given them a chance yet, you gotta give them a chance.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
Pizza place basically owes us money. Can't handle all pepper sauces, but can this one. I've been eating it since I was little. Probably will. Plus, it's just like peppers and vinegar, and it's not even that strong. If I ate it in the stuff. When are you gonna eat? It's not like I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
That's what I was gonna mean.
Everybody has to eat.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
And it doesn't look so crooked when I'm on it. I don't climb Bob.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because you're really just sitting straight up. That's probably why. Oh, your phone. You put it back on the thing, probably. I should probably put your phone back on that thing.
My phone's already on a charger. Here. You forgot your earpiece.
That's fine. Hold on. I don't need it over there.
My phone was just on the charger.
Alright, I see that. Hold on.
Sorry, you guys hear me eating. At the same time, I need to eat. The daylight's fading, so I wanted to at least be here for a few minutes. I'll fix the screen in a minute.
Over there is moving the neck cable around.
You can do that. You can move the tables. Just put them back as long as they stay on the concrete pad. It's fine. And they don't get too close to... Normally they're not supposed to be so close to the fire pit. Oh, and this one's a little close to the fire pit.
You think you want to move it before that?
Okay.
And I
We
could
can see
probably
how the
move it
fire...
just-
We can put the wood in and see which way the fire, which way it blows. I'll
I think
with
one
the
way or another, eventually
geography-
it'll go that way.
see the air, the trees. That'd be alright. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
And if we need to move the table, we can move it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Hello, Jennifer. Jennifer says hi.
Hello.
Thomas says hi. You're not tomato in my cheek.
No.
Is it still there?
No, there's nothing.
You could have eaten, You're not on screen right now. If you're not comfortable eating on
Okay.
screen, you can eat off screen. It's okay. You need to eat. He needs to eat.
Eventually.
We haven't eaten enough. I'll tell you that right now. I haven't, and I know you haven't.
You need to eat more than I do. That's for sure.
But we have enough for both of us on that pizza, so it's alright. Go ahead, you can talk and do what you want. Here, I'll fix this so it's on you. Where do you want to sit?
You want to do that, right?
I'm gonna go sit down for a minute.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
But yeah, if you want to set it, up over there, that's fine.
I'll just reverse it for a second.
And then, go sit on it, make sure that it lines you up evenly.
All right. Everything's been fine. All right, so that's all lined up. As good as I guess.
Are you gonna do it forward facing though, so we can see it?
It is.
No, I meant so we can see the screen. Now you can straighten it out.
Okay, seems pretty straight to me.
That way when you're on it, you can see what. That way you can see.
That's no big deal. I don't know, but 3, 4, 5.
They're a little big. I have that one up here.
Right. Yeah.
And I have two more down here. But these ones
You want to put them in Ziploc bags then for Hillary?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Okay. Do you want me to start working on this, or? I was gonna put it so they can look in the. Right. Okay. You see what I'm doing? It's not gonna be absolutely perfect, but it will work. And that's right. It's this one. Hello. Alright, you can look this up in here for us. This goes in the trash. Oh, gloves. These aren't the best when the fire's hot,
You want any help or no?
but they work good for.
You want any
building.
help or no?
Sure, do you want to build it?
Yeah.
Start with the wood.
Okay, so this. Hold on a second.
You don't have to.
Oh yeah.
You're busy doing something else, and I can do this. No, it's this one.
Oh.
It's gonna get your legs now. Okay. What does it say?
Wow.
Some things blink. Wait, what? Oh, Henry's back. Hi, Henry. And Jennifer says, hope we're doing well.
Yeah, that was the last thing.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see, I want it to go away from this. Should have dug this out, but it's getting dark, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start it. I need the big. Thank you.
Alright.
Do you have our little starter that we're using
Right
to
here.
make this super easy? You know, because it can rain out here and whatnot, we gotta go for the easy fix. And then, do we have the long lighter?
Yeah. I know where it's at.
You? I'll take the one you have in your hand in just a minute. If you want to just set them down, I can grab them. Thanks. No. If my friend's watching that builds fires, like all of my friends that are building fires, just don't even. This is like a super easy way to just do it when you don't know really what you're doing. That's why I'm doing this. And I'm using wood that was from out here that they asked us to pick up anyway because they did controlled burns in the area and it's all dry and so get this up, let the plants grow and keep the forest from burning down. Do you want to light that part, Thomas? Yeah, do you have the lighter? That exploded. That would have been cool on camera. I broke it and it just went kaboom all over the place. Okay, here, I'll let you light it and then I'll put the rest on top. I want the smoke to go out this way. We're gonna sit over there, so if it comes up and out, that's the idea. Separated all the little ones. Should have probably put some a little bit lower. Here, we'll just do this. Okay, then. I'm just doing it. These little ones usually burn pretty well, so just get them going and it should be fine. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna blow some air in there and make sure it's going the right way. Yep, those sticks are burning. Right. This one's from a controlled burn, and there's a bunch of little black ones in there. That's why the gloves on. Just some charcoal. And this time, take the gloves off. They don't do well in the heat. Oh, I think I want it down there. Okay. I'm gonna put the gloves on the table, alright?
Yes.
Wow. Camera got a little warm. Okay, yeah, that's good. No, when you see there's two different kinds of wood here. Alright, let that burn down a little. Okay. Got a fire going. Just gotta do its initial burning and then it'll kind of go down. My glasses on the ridiculous one. But right now there really isn't any, it's all flames. It's good. I know that looks scary, but it's actually not as bad as it looks. Fires are like, that's nice of you. It will burn down. You don't have charcoal burn there. Also, we're on a concrete pad with sand all around us, so we're right. Do a little dance for me. I just have this extra wood over here. Well, really just shaking later. Watching the fire, making sure everything's safe. It's actually asking me to kind of burn off anything on this. Great. We'll do that. Okay. falling off. Collected a bunch of wood earlier. And I'm sorting it into sizes. It's an easy job. Plus bugs. I guess I'm dry enough to break. Oh yeah. I think this has some carpet ants in it. It's a little lighter than that's really good. 2 fingers. Yeah, you can see. We haven't been out anywhere, but it's super light and it has like you can tell it's been eating holes in it and lines all inside of it. It's much lighter than I would think it would be. Dried out. This wood versus, what this wood looks like. Second fire's doing good. Seems really hot. It's burning down and we've got some charcoals. With that. Should like push a button and ring a bell and remind me? Hey, take your gloves off. Okay. I did it before I got them hot though, so that's good. Oh, I left my poker at that other site.
Yep.
Okay, well, it's not landing a phone there. I'll go ahead and use this one machine. It might be a little early to. Alright, all the smoke is going that way. That's good. Glasses, glasses. Safety glasses. Gotta wear safety glasses. And all the charcoal's over on this side. Are you good sitting there?
What?
With the smoke, is it
Nice,
bothering you at all? Good? I mean, is it going that way away from it? Okay. Alright. Good. About it, but it really makes it stay there. I guess not just as easily, but almost. I don't think we really have much to do on here tonight, do we? Well, we get to tell stories about what we've done so far since we've been in town. See if anybody's heard anything. Marcus is here. Okay, a bunch of people have wrote, actually. Mark is here. Did you read what he wrote?
No, what do you read?
Henry wrote a bunch of stuff. Okay, let me go back here. So Henry said hello, or hi. And he said him and his best friend love each other now. And then, and he said he'd be right back. And then he came back. And then Mark asked if you were okay.
Yeah.
Vaping thing and asked if you were okay.
Oh, well, I'm sure you know that. I'm okay. Yeah.
Okay. And then Marcus wrote, this is how horror movies start.
What?
This
What
is
do you-
how horror movies start. Well, it can be, but it's not. Alright. And then, yes, we see you vaping. And, Marcus and Vapin are talking to each other.
Huh.
And then I think Fagin wants you to call him.
I can't.
Well, not right this second, but
Right. Well, what did he say?
sorry, I had spilled turn. Had to move. It's going like kind of toward the camera over, but right there. Just give me a minute. I think I can see.
No, no.
Alright.
No, it's.
think I
Well,
can-
either way, I can't call him now anyway.
I know, you can call later. And then they said something's up with you. And then Marcus wrote, you were fine an hour ago. And Fagin said he doesn't want to read about finding your body in the woods. Henry's like, nah.
No, they're not gonna find my body.
And Marcus just said maybe you were changing or something like that. And,
Fight my body.
oh, he said you don't need to call me, just making sure you're okay,
Oh,
and
yeah.
don't want to hear about your body being found in the woods.
Oh,
Well, what if it was found in the woods and he was just napping? How would that be? That'd be alright?
I don't think I'll be doing any napping.
I mean,
Especially after seeing that like kids like jacket at that one place.
I'm not a bad person here. I'm not gonna do anything. I mean, but this is what, use my hair clip or something? Nah. Nope. And we're making sure he's good. Drink some more water. I think that's about it. You know, with the fire.
Okay.
It's alright. We have food for the night. So, and we have the fire and a place to sleep. And it's not the front of the vehicle where we have to put our legs on. Like,
This is true. That I
on-
mean, I don't
well, I put my legs on my backpack
I
so that
don't-
I could kind of put it up underneath the steering wheel.
I don't mind this. I guess you could say lifestyle if it was slightly better planned. I guess, or it was more of a wanted to be thing.
Well, obviously, I wouldn't have brought with me a ton of things to Illinois for not camping.
Well,
If
no,
knew
I
was
understand
camping
that.
the whole time. I would have just brought camping stuff, and I would have
I
had more room.
I understand.
And I also wouldn't have had to leave things at somebody's house, and feel like
Right.
because I don't really. Yeah,
But no.
I would have planned
The
that a little
most.
better.
I mean, here's the thing. She's pretty much right about what she says. Everything.
'Cause
Moment is kosher.
I just.
If I
yeah.
wanted anything, it would be a washing machine and a dryer. Besides that, I'm okay. And that's just because like it's been like a week or so since I washed clothes. I have clothes here. I have an accumulation of them now, even things that actually fit correctly. However, they need to be all like,
Right. So I washed a pair of pants, a pair of underwear, and some hair things like hair ties.
I think I
on
get
the
self-conscious
green
using that camp sink over there for like
one.
laundry.
I washed it in the shower while I was taking a shower.
That's, I don't know about
What? What do you mean you don't know about it?
that.
It's easier than washing it in a sink.
Suppose.
And you're gonna hold it up, so you don't have to like put it on the. Because that way you don't have to wash out the sink like totally. Or you
Wow.
just hold it up in the shower and rub it off and use it.
I will say, hey Mark, are you still there? I can't even tell if you're still there. But
Let me look.
you're still there.
Okay, so Marcus wrote he needs stuff to read him the chat and something
Excellent,
about
yeah.
Mark's, I don't know.
I'm all the way in the other corner.
Oh,
I suck.
okay. He said Mark's lazy, and Pagan
Oh.
said I am lazy, and then Mark Brown wrote, "Where are you at?" And we are in Indiana Dunes National Forest in Indiana, which is a state
Oh.
in the United States.
Well, Mark, the only thing I was going to tell you is that they have these
Just
parking
up
blocks
against Lake Michigan.
at these 2 different spots, but only in the 2 different spots we've been at. They have these parking blocks, and like 3 or 4 nights ago, the only thing harm that came to me is I did a header over the thing, man.
Oh
I
yeah,
kind of
he
did what
did.
you've done sometimes. I went right over the thing, and because it's dark and I couldn't see it, I didn't see it at all. I just went right over that thing.
And it's a good
so
thing I
couldn't
didn't
get
see
back.
it because honestly, I had done it once already. It's just that I can fall really well.
No, I could fall
because
well.
I have a,
I fell on my knee.
I
That's
fall
what happened to
often,
me.
so I know how to fall.
And then what I did, I still crawled and made the rest of the food because I laid there for about a good 2 minutes, sat up and oh man, there's something by your eye, by the way. It might be ash. It's right, swiped outward.
No, I have this stuff for my eyes, and the outside of it's old and it has this silver coating on it, and sometimes I use it and don't realize I get all these little sparkly silver things all over. So if you see a little sparkly, I wasn't going for that, but
Oh yeah, there is on your eyes.
in fact I have no makeup on at all. Nothing. Sparklies. Do you want to get it off so it doesn't go in my eye? Can
What?
you see it? Sparkly?
Here, move forward. No.
Did you get it yet?
Hold on.
There's another one?
There's multiple ones on this side.
I know. They're all over the place. Yeah, I thought I...
Take it out. I'm just gonna take a focus for now. Maybe I'll get one.
One here, one there. They're all over the
Well, there was a bunch on what would be your right eye. The left eye didn't seem to have any, but I took a swipe at it just because I figured why not. Obviously, I've proven that in the dark I can't see that. That's the only thing I would say that for me is weird, is at night I can't see anything out here unless I have a light in front of me. And the night it was full moon, I could kind of see. Other times, not. I didn't see a damn thing.
How old are you? If you were in middle school when that song came out.
What song?
Vogue.
Oh, wow. The thing is, why they overplay that song like that?
Well, they overplayed that, and at the same time, Billy Idol's the Fire one.
Oh, I mean Billy Joel. We didn't.
Sorry,
specify
not
it?
Billy Idol. Billy Joel. Gosh, please, that's not. Do not mix those up. Yes, Billy Joel,
They're
awesome
kinda-
singer-songwriter.
I can't.
Yes.
I can't see that. I can't see that. I can see Billy Joel singing Billy Idol songs. I can't really
No,
see Billy
anyway,
Idol
what I'm
singing Billy
saying
Joel
is
songs.
the Billy Joel song came out as the same right around the same time as Vogue, and I just remember on the radio it being on a set, and they would play one and then they would play the other, all the time, over
point
and
is,
over
can you-
and
can you-
over and over.
Can you imagine Billy Joel or Billy Idol singing Billy Joel songs? Dun, 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 dun,
I can imagine Billy Joel singing a Billy Idol song.
That I can
That
see.
I
Right,
can
right,
see
yeah.
that. Yes, I can see him making a Billy Idol song. Pretty
Yeah, I
dang
can
cool,
see that.
actually.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
can't see Billy Idol doing a Billy Joel song.
Mm.
The only one I can see him doing is Pressure, which I always want to cover because it sounds like a faster song. Which is something if Mark is still there, I always told him.
We don't need any more wood
About-
right now, do we? Let it burn just a little bit. I don't know, I was just trying to do something. So, yeah, now we can kick it. If you want to, we have the light.
What are we
right?
kicking?
Let me get the light up. Well, I mean, we can write poetry.
I understand what you meant. I just
We can read poetry that we wrote. This is ours.
in the dark.
No, we'll have a light. Where's the light? I was looking for it.
The lamp is right back there. It is right. It's either there or in the side door. It's not.
It's probably up on the
It's
slide.
not on. That is before it gets dark. 'Cause I don't know. Like I said, Mark, if you're still there, man. Something out midnight. You know.
Thomas, you're right.
Like half an hour.
Come on, you said you like to hear me say that. You are right. You are right.
I just like hearing to say it happen all the time.
You are right. You are right. Let me say it all the time. I'll drive you
Now
bonkers.
that's just.
I'll say it all the time. Anytime you're right, I'll
That's
just say it
overkill.
right. It is. You're right.
according to you, it doesn't happen that often. It's my point. That's
I
what
know
think.
that, so let's
Oh.
just have fun with it.
Great.
You're
I liked how there was
You're
no.
right. You're right,
I like-
Thomas. You're right.
Yeah. I like how there was no, you're wrong about that one. You're right all the time. No, that was perfectly correct.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. You
Even-
know that when you say something to me, I agree with
Even
you.
a stop clock is right.
How about
twice a day.
this? When I was gonna eat before I took a shower, what did you say to me?
I said to you that you probably shouldn't do that. You know you're going to be afterwards. You should take a shower first.
I know that after I eat, I may not feel so good.
You weren't sure.
I wasn't sure. My tummy is starting to hurt. But yes, I knew that was a possibility, and I
So
also
late
knew if I ate and then I might not take a shower. I might just lay down and go to sleep. Because that's how I was feeling right then. I was exhausted. I took a shower, woke me up, made my body like be able to move a little bit better, and here I am getting with fire smoke all over me,
But
but
I
not
mean-
too bad actually. It's doing pretty good. Oh, somebody's raining. I see it moving down at the bottom. I see you moving. Here I come. Oh, it's been moving for a minute. Okay. It says we're in North Korea, but we're not.
No, that is true. I did not.
Indiana,
Wow, that'd be actually kind of cool.
on
in a
the
way.
east side of Lake Michigan.
That would be like-
southern east side. If you
Uh,
go out to the beach, you can look straight across to the west side and see Chicago.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there's photos of that, which I told you guys at one point I'll do a still photo thing.
He said
Nice.
Marcus wrote that Mark needs to come here
We
and bring us some hot pockets to grill.
hot pockets.
I don't know about that.
I don't.
Yeah, actually, I could do it though.
I would think that would work actually.
And then they said they would prefer a Alabama hot pocket. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Probably don't want to know. I have no idea.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
So
Granted, who's writing it? Maybe I don't
Whenever
want to know.
somebody says something to me,
It's
you
okay
know,
because I don't know what most
you
things
know, an
are
Alabama
like
hot
that.
pocket or something
It's
like that, or whatever.
probably really a hot pocket from Alabama.
It could be. There's a possibility it could be, but I also know this is YouTube, so I am not putting
And
anything out
something.
there.
Jaegerwurst. Is that like a Jaeger with?
I hope not. 'cause
a
that sounds
sausage?
Disgusting. I mean,
Well,
I can see cooking many things.
yeah.
I mean, I know you burn it off, but I mean, Jaeger and sausage doesn't seem like what I want to put together. I've drank it.
Yeah, and actually, Fagan agrees with you. He said Jaeger and bratwurst. Ew.
I mean, that's a bit much.
And then Marcus wrote that might work too, which means whatever he was talking about is something else.
No, I don't. Think that
And
would
Henry
work.
says he's
Black
gonna go to
licorice
sleep.
and
Yeah,
sausage.
probably.
Ooh, that's
Hey,
a bit much
buddy,
right there.
they're writing things that are a little above your age.
Right.
Oh, but apparently maybe not, because Jaegerwurst is a German sausage. It's a German sausage.
for German people.
No. It's a German sausage. Alright, awesome. Thank you
Well,
guys
we
for
got
being
that
good
figured
to our younger viewers. We appreciate it.
Right.
Love you, Henry.
Yeah, Henry.
Good
See,
night.
the thing is, we still don't know actually if Henry is really 10 or is he just like pretending to be 10.
I believe he's 10, and quit saying that because it's not so nice. And it's fine. If he's not 10, he's not 10. But I
mean, I know
actually
that's-
really do believe that he's 10.
I mean, it's cool either way. Yeah, I don't have any issue with it.
Why in the world? There's literally no reason on our feed here, on our video, our YouTube live stream. There's no reason for anybody to be faking their age. I mean, we're not
Their
giving
IQ
anything
level,
extra away for older or younger people. So,
No, I understand.
and if they were gonna fake their age, they would fake being older generally.
I think. What do you
Like
think
if they
to
were
tell?
kids, they'd want to be older.
You
They
asked me what
wouldn't
to
wanna
do. I think maybe we, like, what are we doing tomorrow? Is there anything else you want to see around here? While we're here for this remainder of this week till Friday afternoon. I know you want to go to the thing on Friday. I know that.
Is there anything I want to see tomorrow?
Right. Is there anything? Yeah. I mean, I still
Um,
want to see that vintage store of that place where be
The
open when
Cat's
I go
Eye.
there. Yeah.
Cat's
I've
Eye
gone to this
Vintage.
place 3 times. One time the stuff has outside, it's out in the thing. Get there, the place is closed. Go there another time, things are out in the street,
No,
everything else. We
no,
sat in the parking lot for 10 minutes, the place closes.
I think he needs to explain it slightly more and include me in on this. So basically, we go by it one time. He's like, "Oh, they're open." So we go by it. We do something because it's right next to the campground. So we go by it. We do something in campground for like 30 minutes or something. We go back. We parked, got out, we went straight up to the doors, all the sides, all that. But it was like 4 o'clock, so I thought maybe, or 3:30 or so, so I thought maybe it closed at 3. So then we left, went back the next day after we had drove by, and he saw somebody.
there's things out in
he
the
saw
drive, there's
a
things
lady
to walk.
sitting out.
There's a clothes rack with clothes on it,
There
a
was
bike
clothes
out there.
Yeah, there was a bunch of things outside. The door was open, lights were on, and so I'm like, okay, they're open. So then we drive, go to the park, into the campground, go back out, go
They're closed.
go sit. We sat outside
So
just
I
for a few
think
minutes. Went inside, or tried to go inside, but everything was dark except for like one red light inside that was left on.
I now believe that Cat's Eye Vintage has some kind of personal vendetta against my
They're
patron.
like, Cat's Eye Vintage is like, we're gonna sit outside, and as soon as the customers come and park, we're gonna go inside, quick. Like, wait, what is the point of that? Are you guys gonna burn the store down and get the money? You want
Maybe
as
it's not a
much
vintage
inventory as possible. They want as much inventory as possible. Okay, no, it's not happening.
Hey,
but...
maybe it's not a vintage store. Maybe if we go in there and we say some kind of password, it'll be some kind of like secret NSA thing. Or I've been watching too much Chuck.
Oh, great. Okay, so he's been watching Chuck, so now Cat's Eye Vintage is some secret NSA
So we'll just go in there and be like,
situation.
I like this T-shirt and this vintage mug, please. And then they're fucking. all
Which
over the thing.
NSA, if there's anybody from overseas, is National Security Agency. Administration. Great. Administration. Oh, man. I hate it when I do
National Security Administration, I would think.
that.
Hey,
I hate it when the acronyms get mixed up in my head.
but yeah, it could be a front for anything.
It would make more sense if it was administration.
And
Now,
Mark, if you're still
you
there,
don't
I'll tell you
have to
something else that I know would like really throw you off, man. It was like, I questioned it at first, but it made sense, I guess. This grill thing, we ate sausages straight off it. Now, at first, I'm sitting there thinking like, that's crazy, because you look at this thing, and you're like, God knows what's happened on it. And apparently, if you burn it off, it's okay.
Yes, fine. Once you get it hot enough again, I'll do this better. Oh, some of them already went off.
Slide out this way so I can see. Somebody who's run said something.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get to read all
Oh, it
of
said
it.
message retracted. Mark, what did you say, man? Mark said something.
And then retracted his
Or Vape and
statement.
Fagan, which everybody who has in here, go to his channel and subscribe to him as well. Kind of like a
No, it's more adult. Okay, so if you're a kid,
right.
don't
So if
go
you're
there.
Henry, and Henry, everything's cool with that.
Yeah.
It's not made for children like YouTube
Yeah,
asks you before you start streaming. It's definitely not.
It's not even suitable for children.
I was telling you what element. Oh, I see. Well, you should like text that to me and I'll read it later. Hang out with that. I mean,
But
Oh,
it
I
is
see.
funny, and there's lots of cool stuff on there. There's good people.
well, yeah, Vape and Fagan is great. That's
Got a
for
bug in my pants.
What?
I'm not joking.
a bug in your pants.
Yeah. Where's the light?
Okay.
I'm gonna go in the tank.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't put that on the stream.
Well, obviously, but I'm not ready to pull them off out here. I don't care.
Wow. Got to be a particular kind of bug.
Ow! There is a bug in my pants.
What? These bugs like you, besides that bumblebee that was flying around me earlier when leaving me alone. They like you. This is a different cab
Why
spot.
do you like me so much?
I don't know. We were over there, not that you can see we're there, but since you are still here, Mark, I'm telling you, man, I kind of get it, man, about running out. Since other people here know you too, it's like I didn't see that parking block at all. I was boiling water for macaroni and a thing, and I hit my fucking right foot right over the thing and straight down to my knee too. I think that's why your mom was so worried, but my legs swollen up because that whole side of my knee was swollen from the one thing and my ankle swollen from sleeping in the car. I got these socks on. Once it gets dark, like when it's 20 minutes from now, man, I'm not gonna lie. Like when you go like, so you see her with the lantern, if I don't have one of those things, and I walk out that way at night, no,
You didn't even check before you put me on there.
I'm fine, huh?
It was last year when I didn't have any fans on. That wasn't very nice.
Oh no, I've seen you, Henry.
Before you put me on camera?
Oh yeah.
Alright, good.
So yeah, hopefully. Did you put the ant ones in there? Those are the ones that you said things were ants.
That right there is on. Is,
Oh,
Look,
oh,
see my hand?
yeah.
It's burning. It's not burning. It's burning. Nope, it's fine. What it is? Here.
What does that say? We can't fall at this age. You ain't kidding, but that hurt. I got up and kept on making water too because it was cold out there that night. I just wanted to get it over with, but I just like crawled, put on Malcolm in the Middle on Hulu, and sat there and kind of dealt with it. Nobody, she didn't hear me. She had headphones on, so I fell. Nobody even heard it. I don't know if the neighbor person heard it at the time, but
I didn't hear it.
they might have seen me. But they need safety tape on that. I will tell you that much. It's the only thing I'll tell you. Please put safety tape on the 2 parking blocks you have in the entire loop.
Why don't you tell the still worried about having bugs on my hands? So it just.
I thought you had like off or something
Why
like
don't
that.
you put no? But that's a good idea. Where's it at?
I'm sitting here playing about bugs. Just put that on. But no, I mean, I never seen that. That's why if I had drove at night, oh man, they had to put restrictions on me. I'm telling you that much right now. Especially on roads like this. Like I could do it, that ain't a problem. But like anything too, like no, like walking around and like, nope. I found that out real quick after coming out here. I like it here. I like it. I think it's the night sometimes it's hard for me. I gotta have everything situated. I don't think it's dark. It's like, excuse me. Or have you fixed the drywall? Yeah, I seen that too. That was like a week after you fell and you put that picture up, and then I fell. My knee, it had like an abrasion, but it's swole. That's why I think like that whole leg wouldn't even fit in these pants the other day. Because between that and the stupid edema thing. And I found I had those socks over at Mitch's house, but they were like 2 times too big, so I had to fold them over twice. Or I guess you're not sleeping in the front of something.
Well, I'm gonna smell great.
I don't care what you smell like as long as you're not getting attacked by bugs.
Put it under my arms.
It's not right guard.
No, but it's hot under there. What if the bugs are like, oh, I want to go somewhere warm? No?
No, I don't think you have to go that far.
Okay. Usually they.
I mean, I'm sure
like
does the can say that? Spray liberally, especially under arms?
Spray liberally, especially under arms. I don't know, I can't read it. It's too dark outside.
True.
They didn't make the writing for when you're outdoors in the dark. Or really when you're outdoors at all, because it's super, super tiny. Usually I can read that, but.
Yeah, they always put things that scare you in the tiniest words possible so you can't read it.
Right, but something that has DEET in it at high levels should have warnings that you can read and directions. Like, don't hold over the fire, right?
Oh, yeah, well, that would be a good one. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, well, I can't read that on here. How much is it up?
Well, that could be a, nice
Did
payday.
you want some of this?
No,
leave
I'm
it on the
okay.
table.
I know, I'm
in case
okay.
You change your mind?
No, I'm okay. They don't really bother me. Mosquitoes might eventually if it rains out here. But besides that, bugs don't usually mess with me besides
I'm gonna
mosquitoes.
put some on the entry of the tent.
That's not a bad idea. It's already killed a fly that was in there today with your electric bug killing tennis racket.
Oh, my electric bug killer is my zapper.
An electric
Love
bug
that thing,
killing
dude.
tennis racket.
Tennis racket.
That actually is kind of cruel when you think about it. Because you got the bug on there and go, dang it, and you
You
scared
can't
it.
talk about it and not show us when it's here.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Where'd you put it?
It's on the ground actually.
On the ground?
Oh wait, no, it's on the ground. It's in front of those spices, like straight to the back, right in the
It's
middle.
on the spices. Okay.
Right, it's either on the spices or
Yeah,
in the.
back there where we had it before.
Right.
Awesome, thank you.
What I did is I just put everything back where we had it last week. Made it a little bit easier. Besides all the laundry.
Can you
I don't
see
know.
this?
Let me see that. Here, let me see.
Has a button and you hold the button down and
So it's like
it
a-
electrifies it.
Tennis racket kind of thing. And on the end here on the
You gotta
hilt.
hold it over the fire so they can
Yeah, I
see it.
know. I'm trying to get an angle on what the flame. So you got a button right here that you can hit, and then you get the bug on there. You swat and it goes zint, and you actually see the bug sizzle. So it's kind of cruel in that sense,
It's
man.
funny
It's
when
like,
you leave it out and then the bug lands on it and then you turn it on.
yeah, she did that. She killed one. It's like the bug just landed on it accidentally and went zint. Like that's your death. It's like wow, that's like pretty
Yeah, but
quick
it's
judgment.
instinct. It's instant. They didn't no squishing, no.
I mean, I guess,
Just
but
me.
it looks awful. That's like those poor ants that were in this fire.
Well, that was a little bit.
That was like horrific. At one point, I seen in the dancing in the flames, it seemed like lines of ants like trying to reach the safety, and we tried to save them. We put a passage out and everything,
the
but by that
problem
time it was too late.
That they were climbing out the end of a log that was like the log was already really super hot, and so it was like it had all the holes in it from the ants being in it, like the log I showed earlier.
And all those things became
and all
smoke
the
filled
ants
and fire.
crawled out the end. Well, they crawled out the end as the steam was building up and coming
man.
out the end. And so
that was
they
just
were
crazy to look like.
steaming out the end of the wood and then falling down.
That was just crazy to look at.
But we tried to get him like a little bridge to get out, which I've done before, but these ones, it was just too hot inside the log, they couldn't make it.
They went bye-bye, unfortunately. Now the wasp, I seen a wasp earlier. Wasps, I won't kill spiders, won't kill most things. Wasps and hornets, I don't like. The bee that was floating around me.
That are really good for the environment. They're really good for like land and getting rid of certain kinds of spiders.
Later tonight, you'll be going to hear. Oh yeah, like Friday the 13th. This isn't. What is that place called? Something.
No.
What was that place called though? Lake something.
Like I want to say it.
Well, it's not like it can actually. I mean, it can happen. Let's be honest.
It reminds me of Cape Lookout in Oregon. How about that? Not as good as you're gonna get.
Oh, I forget what it is because I always like those shirts that when we started making clever T-shirts for movies. It said like just a camp name, or the one for like Jaws. It says just "Welcome to Amity Island." Oh, I can't think of the name of the one for Friday the 13th. When you 7 people know, come on, man. Let me know.
Here, my phone's at like 78%. So
Okay.
if you want to use my phone to look up that last little reference, you can do it, or any other ones. Don't matter.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I tried
Find
to.
out. Make sure NSA is administration or agency everything.
Oh, so you can.
Because I know, but it makes it like that.
You have to. I don't know if that'll actually. I could try like using Gemini, but that'll probably go over the chat thing. So I caught Gemini, Mark. If you're still there, and like 3 mistakes there. Like, I'm sorry, you're right. Where? Google Chrome. That'll work. Let's see. Meaning. There's a word for that too. I think I made this up on. The National Security Agency. Making that smoke's coming in my direction. Ah, that's different. That's what I'm saying. I mean. Oh, Neil. For a minute, I thought you guys were both the same person. Just so that I can see chat. Pairing. Oh, she must have walked outside the range of the Bluetooth headset. That means National Security Agency, or Central Security Service. Alright. Why else do I have this one? Oh, yeah. Here's your phone. What is the name of the camp on Friday the 13th? Camp Crystal Lake, okay. Sign of Camp Crystal Lake. They didn't know it's Camp Forest Green. Fictional summer camp for kids from the Friday the 13th film series. It is located in Crystal Lake, Cunningham County, New Jersey, previously Forest Green County and Wessex County. What is a real Camp Crystal? Well, they say about the real camp they filmed it at. That's kind of like the Amityville horror stuff. I used to know a lot about that. I used to go on websites about it and everything. You had the original house, and you had the movie house. Because there's the movie that old 70s movie version of it. The house they had was actually in Tom's River, New Jersey. And the other one, obviously, is the one where, regardless of what you feel about the ghost stuff, where that guy murdered his whole family around DeFeo Jr. Horrible, horrible crime. One thing that's funny is how little I hear sirens here.
Hey, Thomas,
Hey, Stephanie.
do you think it's weird to be out in the woods and hear sirens like you're in the city?
Well, I just said, that's one thing I'm not as used to hearing out here is sirens. And
Ha! I wasn't even near you, and I said that. But that's what I was sitting over there thinking, so I just. It's an oddity, it feels weird.
it is an oddity, but it's more of an oddity to me because I remember, like, I hear those things, but I've been so used
It's
to
like
hearing
the
them and
only
flying them
major
out.
reminder that we're not totally out in the woods.
Right, well, yeah. I mean, it is 1.1 miles to a beach or something like that. And, like, another 1 mile, just, like, walk out of the camp areas and get back to quote-unquote civilization. Or at least as close to this area. I mean, I actually like it here. It's pretty cool. Like, there's a little train station and 2 little stores. I don't know if I buy anything at those stores. You have a lot of money because we don't. Because they're very expensive. But there's other places in town. Family Express gave us the free pizza we ate today, so that's good. I'll bring their app and I sign up so I can get another free pizza. And that's also when we're talking to you guys, why I ask you guys to donate so we can keep things rolling, so to speak. Because one friend got me the money to stay here, which was awesome. Because we're discounted. It comes out pretty cheap. It's like, usually you play any place one night, you're going to pay like $60, $100. Here, it's $25. And with a pass to the national parks, which usually costs you money. For us, it was like 60 some odd dollars plus tax to stay here for a week, which is from Sunday noon to
Information for you.
Friday noon. What?
I think that the guy across the way is either streaming the fire or he's recording it either way.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
he's sharing it with his friend. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have fire streams going on.
Oh no, I was wrong altogether. I was wrong altogether. He's just using his light. I didn't look that closely. I looked again, so, I don't want to stare.
Oh yeah.
Yep. He's just using his light.
Oh well. You don't want to cross streams. I learned that from Ghostbusters. The way things are going one day might be that common. Honestly, I mean, everybody does this streaming thing. Streaming things go up. I mean, I don't understand. Like, I mean, what does it to me? I put videos up on YouTube a long time ago. I have over 1,000 subscribers. I just need to watch hours to monetize it, and just basically. But they keep on doing interesting things is a point. And then there's been days for the original videos we were doing. We were both on the thing because I mean, the reason it stays in this format is just because now it doesn't happen as much. There used to be like tremendous, and I mean tremendous. I mean like. Even if whether marks or not, and people that know I mean, we were getting 1.1, 2.2, 3.3. Like it was kind of crazy there for a minute. As soon as we didn't go on streaming together, so maybe we need to do too, but it's from different viewpoints or something. It was just really hot. And it might be because maybe they put those as a higher like ranking in their algorithm or something. If there's 2 people streaming together, who knows? That'd be more like. Omegle used to be, or like these other apps. There's a bunch of them where people just talk to each other in little groups. I think of the name of one of them, and they're mostly used for like, regardless of anybody's feelings about it, adult purposes. And there are real people doing other stuff on there too. It's kind of cool. Music is always easy to find for free somewhere. People doing cool music too usually. That's like there's a song I like, it's called something, that's like Johnny 1-2 string or something like that, and it's really a guy in some country, I'm not sure where he's at, but he just has 2 strings on his guitar, and he came with a song, Chicken and the Corn. Yeah, Chicken and the Corn. It's like one of the catchiest songs I've heard for a while, but it's like, he got, even kind of internet famous for it too, and it's actually kind of a cool little song. Chicken and the Corn. It's kind of cool. Or like those guys, Presidents of the United States of America, they don't have so many strings in their guitar, like 3. Always find something interesting. Those bottom lungs are now like pretty much turning to charcoal. which from a short experience I have with fires means that I'll catch a lot of other stuff on fire pretty much on demand, and I'll have to use to like really like cook stuff over. But mostly to restart fires. It might be okay for a few minutes. It needs like one big one, I think.
What might be okay?
Huh?
What?
No, I said this looks okay. I said it might be okay for a while. I just think it needs like one more big one. And, like,
Well,
next-
yeah, but you
But those
push
are
it
just
closer
like-
together.
Oh, that now I'm feeling raindrops, but intermittently.
Well, yeah, they were happening a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I know. They're just
The fire is
intermittent.
hard to, yeah.
Like I said, everything is really weird here too, because I'm used to everything going from like west to east. Here, everything comes like basically kind of southwest or southeast to north, or like north or south. How would you say that? Well, just north, I guess, or northeast or northwest. Would be the best way to say it. Sometimes and stuff when you get angry to like beat people with their fire poker. What happened to the last one? It broke over my head.
Watch it. Don't go telling my secrets.
That's her nickname, the poker.
What? No.
Yeah.
This one's perfectly rounded.
If you were in a side of Kaiser, what side of Kaiser would you be in?
The
north side, right?
North
Northeast?
side. Yeah, well, it's really just north, honestly.
She's known as the North Kaiser Poker.
I mean, it is on the eastern side, but it's still on the same side of the river, and it's not way far east.
Yeah, kind of like right in between. I always like that one place in there. What does it say? It's a magical forest or something like that, or some kind of
Enchanted Forest?
Yeah. You go by a
Enchanted
map.
Forest is south of me.
It's-
It's just south of Salem.
Right, but I mean, it doesn't look impressive when you look at pictures of it when it was open and people going in there. But it's just weird when you're going on a map. You just see this thing that says the Enchanted
For those
Forest.
of you that don't know, Salem is the capital of Oregon. It's about an hour south of Portland. It's like, what, 47 miles or something south of Portland, and it's like 65 miles, or no, actually it's part of this. 60 miles north of Eugene, which is another big city in
It's just
Oregon.
that guy's house, Eugene.
Yeah,
Kinda like you said
so it
about
goes
Dan
Salem
Ryan.
is the capital, and then Kaiser is just north of Salem, and they split off of Salem a long time, like when I was a kid, and Salem didn't like it very much, but as so happened they split. Kaiser became its own city, and I was there when that happened. Just barely, but I made it.
And that was right before the Great Drought of 1847.
No, but we did have big floods.
And that was just before the big flood of 1847.
We had the National Guard there when I was 17. I just graduated and the National Guard was there. Or maybe I was a junior. Anyway, the National Guard was there because it flooded so much. And I had to go back to my dad's house. My dad and my mom stayed at the same house. By the way, they were divorced and my dad was remarried at the time. And my mother... No, I don't think she was married at the
You never had in Chicago, never seen a major flood. I did see one that was huge. My dad had a blow up boat in the garage. I forget how he got it, but he had it in like, or we had it for it, but it rained so much that basically he could take that boat onto all the side streets from the neighborhood we drove around and just like paddle through it.
There was one neighborhood in Kaiser, actually not too far from the place I live in now, but it was down lower to the ground, or lower to the sea level, and it actually, a dike broke and the whole place flooded, like within a half an hour. It was like the water was like at people's feet, and then it was just like coming up, and they actually made the boats to get some of them out and helped some people get out, well, one person at least get out some big meat from the freezer.
Right.
Like really good, like elk meat or something like that. Out of their freezer because they really wanted it. But they were able to do that. And then get them out. Everyone got out safely, so that's good. But there was a ton of damage. Obviously, in the other part of Kaiser, there was a bunch of damage too, where the National Guard had closed it off, which was the west side, where my dad's house is, along the river there. And Yeah, but I had to go back to my dad's house to get something. I don't remember what. We had put everything upstairs, so if the downstairs flooded, well, at least a bunch of things upstairs, and things would be alright. Um, and because if it came over this one bank at the end of, like, he's on a cul-de-sac at the end of his road. The other way, there's the river. So, or the start of the road, basically. So, if it came over the bank there, it would have just gone right down the street, my dad's house. But it was up a little bit, so I think he would have been fine pretty much no matter what. Yeah, I did. You were supposed to get a permit to go past the National Guard, but I asked them and they told me it was alright. And then the next day, there was a thing in the media and news about people going back there. They weren't supposed to be back there and causing problems, this and that. And that wasn't me. I didn't cause any problems. They were afraid somebody was going to get stuck in the water because there was some areas where the water went across the road. But I knew the roads and I knew the water levels well enough to how to say it. My dad knew it. And if he was watching now, he'd know I was safe now. I'm going to take care of myself.
Somewhere fun there's a notification. I gotta change that thing.
I'm actually, that fire's actually really warm. Like, I'm all the way back here and I'm like...
The thing is, it's really warm, but we had those hotter, cooler nights for that.
Why are you burning the paper? Just put the paper in something so we can save it for when it's wet outside. Because we don't need any paper burning. Okay.
Well, I just figured just to get rid of this box.
No, we can use our box. Start a fire. If not, we can recycle the lid at least. So you do have recycling out here. We don't need to burn it. Save the recyclables. We don't recycle it. Wow. Paper. Knock that down. Oops. I think it's still good. Or are you getting smoke?
No.
If you are, I'll do a 2-pronged approach and pull that piece back
No,
up.
it's
Show
fine.
something underneath there.
It's fine.
I can do it. Actually, I can probably do it.
JC said hi. JC.
Hello, JC.
I think they came and gone.
Good initials. Wait, I gotta put my glasses on. Put another one right there. Whoa. Slow it down a little bit. See, we just speed it up for a minute. You alright?
Okay.
Is that what Mark was worried about?
I have
you?
no idea. I do know that.
Nice stick.
I do know that I think I subconsciously avoided sawing anything today, though. You know why?
Why?
Because we came upon wood twice.
We did.
My feet have been hurting, and so it seemed to me to be a sign from something that maybe possibly also too. I shouldn't be working with a saw today.
And once that had planned in my head, I couldn't get it out of there. So, I mean, you'll never know. But so I just kind of
I
looked
don't
at
know, you're
that
gonna be
way.
working with a saw today because we found wood.
So right, there was no reason for
Cut
working with a
already
saw
for
today.
us.
Right. And it was just like laying out there, which hasn't happened in 2 weeks of being here. So,
Yeah, well,
in
we
two different
found
spots,
it at two different
including
spots. The second
our
spot,
old
though, we
spot.
only took half of it. So,
Right.
yeah.
But the second spot was also the spot we occupied previously over 2 weeks. So it was like it was left in that spot for us to see where we knew you'd look. So
Right, that was pretty cool.
so when that happened the second time and it was right in that spot, I couldn't ignore that. So
Did anybody write anything that I should answer? Or have they when I was gone?
just when you're running for president.
Me? Oh, they asked again?
Yeah.
For real, or are you just messing with me?
No.
You're messing with
Nothing
me.
there.
Yeah, you messing with me. But, let's see. If I make it through this illness stuff, probably in about 10 years. Well, I mean, not exactly 10 years, because, well, I might be running then, like, starting, you know. Don't worry, I'll have a good publicist and everything that will help me out. Good campaign manager. Keep the ticks from jumping in my hair.
Well, I'm glad my affinities are for like dogs and cats and stuff and not bugs. I mean, like usually cats will do cool shit with me and excuse my language, but they'll do cool stuff with me. So, I remember we went to Angela's dad's house and there was a cat out there. I just called it and said, "That dog, the cat's name is like Charlie or something." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, come here, Charlie." And the cat actually like got up and came most of the way towards me, and we're like, "Well, that's unusual." Usually cats don't really like, they're not fazed by me. I would not be afraid to get in front of a big cat. That's the only animal though that I'd be willing to mess with. And that I will get in front of a big cat as long as it's been, not something in the wild. Of course, I'm not an idiot. I mean, like something that's been like, kind of semi-tamed or in that environment. But not that place. Unfortunately, we talked on this channel way back when about Buddhism. One of the only bad things, and I guess they were very horrible Buddhist monks. And I guess there was bad everywhere and everything. The ones that were filing the poor cat's teeth down so they could people could go there.
Alright.
Oh. I don't mean to be disturbing, it was just horrible.
It is horrible, so don't do that. Whatever he said about the monks, the bad monks from a long time ago.
But I mean, I wouldn't be afraid to get in front of big cats. I love big cats.
I mean, and we weren't there, so.
Right, that's it. Was there. If I was there, I wouldn't have liked it, obviously.
Well, how do you know it wasn't just a campaign that make the monks look bad and like take
I suppose it could have
go
been.
after them and take
But
their
it was
land
like,
or
kick them out of there?
I got it through researching like places, wildlife sanctuaries for big cats that are raised in captivity or whatever else. And then Tony the Tiger, who was like in a truck stop, I forget where.
Well, just because you got it from a national forest, if it was a national, like if it was a federal thing, and they could easily say that happened. I mean, I'm not saying it didn't happen.
All right. No, I understand.
That's only one source. Find anywhere else that wasn't sourced from some sort of federal.
No, I mean it was sourced from like a couple different places. I couldn't tell you where exactly because you're talking about something that was years and years ago.
Oh, come on. You gotta keep that out, man.
What are you, crazy? Supposed to remember from that far away? It's like detail. I'm surprised I remember the thing about the place existing in the first place.
Well, I think the fire is mellowing me out.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
I'm okay. Just relaxing. Staring at the fire.
Oh, I know what I want. I want something to drink and juice. We have ice.
You want what?
I want some soda, right? And I have my cup. clothes you washed, and it was just in the
Huh.
bag in here. Nice. And brand new soda pop. Yeah, it worked putting these containers with the ice in them in the car in my vehicle with the blankets over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kept them from melting. That's out of the one that you have with the crushed ice. Only a tiny one. I haven't opened either. Wait, is there water out here somewhere?
I'm sorry. There is one underneath the table. I'm not sure if it's open. It's a new one, I believe. The other one has very little in it. Unless that's what he just had in there.
I'll drink that out later. I won't drink one right now. With some, I know there's only a tiny bit in there anyway. Haha. You're thinking your fingers are all crunching.
Huh?
I'm crunching.
Oh.
You want some?
Sure.
Alright, I'm gonna leave my earpiece here for a minute somewhere in the bathroom, okay?
Okay.
And just put that away from the heat.
Fine. There's so much stuff in the cup.
Just so you know, just so you know, I just told 2 females in the bathroom that if they, because they're new to that spot, so
Yeah.
they, and this all's out here, they're welcome to come and ask
Don't ask one.
what they need. You know I do that. Sometimes people come and ask for a Band-Aid. Start. Sometimes it's you have a tool, camera,
Huh.
whatever. I've been asked for all those things, and people were getting really frustrated, and then suddenly got it. I can help them out.
Yeah.
You know I like that. Being able to help out people. I don't even really have to do much. Just hold on my camera for 20 minutes or something. And, and it helps them. Wesley's watching the fire intently
What? I was just thinking.
or intensely.
I was just thinking that regardless of what, like tales are told about these things, whether it be fantasies, well,
About
fires,
fires?
whether it be fantasies or biblical things or anything else, fire is like one of the main sources to like
Cleansing.
seeing things and feeling things, and you know what I mean? And like all the people have had visions through fire, both fictional and non-fictional. So it just seemed to be a good thing to stare at for a while, just to kind of see what other people see in that imagery. Perhaps even they've met.
Well, you know me, I have a bunch of poems written around the fire, and many of them about the fire. Or
True.
the building of the fire, or the coming together of people around the fire, or the,
Right.
or, but all with what the feeling about fire is all the time. Have different purposes.
Well, I mean, there's many metaphors to be made, obviously. You have heat, even though it's hot, where you need that heat to survive. At the same time, it can be too much if you get too close to the source.
What? How come you sit still sometimes? You sat in a chair right here.
We have a chair over there, though, if you want to sit on that one.
Oh, I want to stretch or run or something. Move, like. This house right out of the way a moment. So that feels good. Okay. All your people on there are like, what? What's up with Gumby? Oh, I can make it look like I'm doing some really interesting stretches because it's dark. Okay. Now it says you're live. We must have gone off for a minute.
I don't think
don't
so.
know.
I mean,
Well, if we went off for a minute, now we're back on.
usually it shows like
It said
disconnected.
you're live just a second ago.
Well, maybe it just for I don't know. Usually,
Wait a second.
if it's down,
Let's
something
see,
else
there's
would have
only
shown
one
up on the
person
screen.
on there.
Well, that happens and comes and goes and comes and goes. The one person,
That
when people
person.
just sit. If there's anybody there, you
I
can tell
need
people.
to walk over there.
We
to
keep
see
on
who's
telling people to
doing it.
leave it on, and you told people to leave it on. So for all you know, that person's
Yeah,
knitting
just
or.
leave it on. Let it roll in the background.
Right, other person's knitting or sleeping or.
Well, yeah, but like go to the other videos, like the ones that past live streams, and then just click play. Oh, and on the shorts, just go play, like 20 times.
I mean, it says watch
And
hours,
then-
so I mean, I'm
and
pretty
then
sure I was thinking
it'll
about that.
just-
I was thinking about that by intently staring
Yeah.
intently
How
at the
can we
fire.
get 3 million shorts views? Well, first of all, you have to put more shorts up. Secondly, I mean, I got a couple thousand on one short.
Yeah, I know, but the
within
thing
a
is,
really short time.
we already have 1,400 to my watch hour, so it would stand to reason that that would be maybe the easier route than 3 million, 4,000 hours.
Oh, so you can do either one, watch hours or
Right, that's
shorts
what I said.
views.
There's two different things for
Well, I
something.
know, but if we get our shorts views up, we can do other things too.
Well, sure, but that's fine.
I know. Put decent stuff up there. You know, like a fire with neither one of us in front of the screen. And crunching on camera? No, I'll take out of my ear. You can probably still hear it, but it's not as loud as if I have this you. Should we make like sound effects? Like you know, like a I don't know. I mean, instead of having it be just do like
Nobody can hear it.
They can't hear me like
What I'm saying is this. And we can just have like horses or anything. What is that a sound effect of?
I don't know. Hold on. I really want to do horse. You need to get one placed. But I don't know. I'm not a drummer.
I was kind of
I mean,
I owned the
I
drum
did drum in like middle school.
It is kind of cool. I'll give you that. Like, yeah, like this is more like a, almost like a really low tune floor tone. So kind of, it's almost like a really cheap snare.
Okay, no, just do the horse galloping. Do a
Oh.
galloping horse. No.
Hold on, it's easier to do with my finger than it is with sticks. That's really hard because it's
That's
like,
not right.
I don't even know. No, it isn't because that's like with sticks. If that was drumming, that's what would be
No, I
called
mean,
some
it's
kind of
not the
really
right rhythm.
complicated rhythm. That's what I'm saying, that rhythm. I'm not sure what exactly that would be called, but like.
Canter.
Oh, that, yes, but I'm talking about another.
Get it? Get it? Musical terms, canto.
I get it, but I meant more of what, well, for all we know, it is called a can't.
It is hilarious. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Where's my jug band? Instruments. Look at that apple juice glass bottle. it after 10?
Probably. But at least you got the rhythm in the end. That was pretty cool. I guess we want to do that at like 3 in the afternoon. Of course, let's be honest. You're less likely to do that at 3 in the afternoon. That's
It's more fun at night around the fire.
well, yeah, especially when you can't be seen with other people how idiotic you look like. They're playing with sticks at 47 years of age like it's a drum set.
What? No! No! It's still music. And, you know, if we could have kept going,
Oh.
we could have made some cool music.
Oh, I agree.
It's too loud.
I agree with you. I might actually go back in the stream when I think about it and actually resample that.
Oh,
The last bit of it.
I could do it with you easily. If you want to redo it, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll make a drum solo. No, stop. It carries. Now that we've made too much noise with it, it'll be a little...
Yeah, but the weird thing is now I like
I
when
don't know where it's coming from, so just stop. Also, you know, they might be like tuned in for it already. You know, they'll hear it every single time you do it well. They'll be like, no more. Stop it. Stop the banging. In the country, no more banging. Or the dunes, slight forest to the area.
The thing is, these sticks you actually picked out because they are right exactly the same size. We're kind of perfect to sit here and start
Of
messing around
course,
with it.
of course. I have sanding things too to sand them with me actually, and things to whittle them with. But stop, please, stop. No more. No more. It's annoying on camera anyway. Just stop. Stop.
I am sorry.
Tell him to stop. No more.
See, I told you her name was like whatever I said, the Northeast Poker.
Quick, make some noise. No, I'm kidding. I would never do that on camera. Not even as a
Oh,
joke.
only on camera.
I can't even do it as a
So,
joke. I can't
according
even
to-
do it as a joke.
According to what you said, that's on camera. So off camera,
No,
she can do
I
it
said
for
I
real.
can't even do it on camera as a joke. Like what I did was I went like this, like I was gonna hit you, right? But not really because you're over there, not over here. And I was gonna have you like make a noise, but then I decided no, let's not do that.
Well, maybe it's a good thing we stopped anyway. It rained a little bit harder after that, so maybe that was like some kind of weird rain dance beat thing. Oh,
No? Is anybody awakened out there?
there currently is one person here. There was 3 a couple minutes ago.
Oh.
But they
Then
came
we
on.
did the rain dance and they're like, alright.
No, I think they were here for the part of it because if I would have heard people beating on things on the floor around the fire, I would have stayed there for a few seconds. At least to see
I
what
would
it
have
was.
probably, it might have been, I don't know what the sound, I don't know what it sounded like on their side for instance.
I see
but
that.
You need to listen to it on the phone.
Aw, man.
On the other phone.
That kind of sucks. We should have probably, even had to put it on my feet, we should have taken that old poker because this thing is kind of like,
It's probably burned. They would have burned it.
oh yeah, I know.
I'll find another one, but this one's actually really good for, see how it's rounded on the end?
Yeah.
It's really good for cleaning this grill. It is. Let's sneeze out the iron grill.
Now we have 3 people again.
Huh. I like
Hello,
the
new
fire.
people.
Hello, hello. Stephanie here. Thomas is over there. Just say great. There.
What is that? Something
Quick, make a noise like a pill, like any noise. Beep.
What?
See,
Yeah.
I got him.
That was a
That's
nice.
where he is.
That was a nice save.
Beep.
Actually, some of those things from the 80s used to kind of scare me, if I'm honest. The Pillsbury door blows and like
I didn't see that.
I know. But the thing that really got me was the Tricks Rabbit and the Cocoa Puffs bird. Like that seemed really like kind of weird in certain ways. Like the Cocoa Puffs bird, they would try to feed him that
Cocoa
stuff.
Puffs bird was scary.
It was like right because he didn't even want the
he
things.
was nuts, man. He went
Oh,
all over the place.
But here's the thing, because they fed him that stuff. Remember, he said
Yeah.
he didn't want it, and then when you feed it to him, he goes like, "Oh, cuckoo for Cocoa," but he starts going nuts.
I know.
The kids
There
like
was
force fed him that.
something in the Cocoa Puffs that he was allergic to, and they should not have fed it to him. It was not meant for a bird.
So what you're telling me is a Cocoa Puffs ad campaign was about a bunch of kids
Drugging a bird.
right, giving
Yes.
a bird really bad allergic reactions
Yes,
for fun.
exactly.
Like eating a chocolate cereal that you could buy and make part of a complete breakfast. Which was a bunch of crap. Because
Well,
I mean, like,
listen, I'm not going to debate the nutritional
well, notice how they always
qualities
did.
or not qualities of Cocoa Puffs. However,
It's not a large
ad
debate.
campaign. Cocoa Puffs are a little silly. And yes, when I was a kid, I was like, what the heck is up with that? Now I know what I've heard. Obviously, we all like the keto elves. Just I think. And
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, gummy bears and gummy bears aren't the same thing.
I know. I mean, they were based on it. Obviously, we talking about Disney's gummy bears.
Yeah, I used to watch gummy bears, lots of here and there. You know, how
Yeah,
that song
I
goes.
know. It goes.
And so I would.
But I watched something else in
I
that
would
time
dance
period.
to
I don't know what
sing
station that was on or what was playing opposite it, but I was watching something else. Like the biggest cartoons I remember from childhood are like Muppet Babies. I remember pretty fondly. Muppet Babies was always cool. The Smurfs, I just remember.
Alright. Smurfs were alright. Flintstones were slightly annoying. Jetsons were some of the episodes I really liked because I liked it when they showed like the different machines and how they do
Right.
different things. Like that was actually the most interesting part of it for me, even as a child.
Oh yeah, I mean that was part of its appeal. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Just beyond
that was
the,
pretty much most of my the appeal for me. Because like when they had Judy on there teenager, it was like, But
Oh,
Elroy
I
was
didn't.
cool and Dog Astro.
Oh, you didn't like Judy?
No, Judy was annoying. Sorry, but she was. She was
I don't really remember Judy's personality
She
that
was
well.
whiner. She had to have her clothes down. I don't think she could have handled these jeans that were too big. She would have had to go back into the, what is the machine that they use? Whatever it is, Matic thing. Something Matic.
All I know is Joy was caught in it. Like I'm really
And obviously Rudy was really Isn't Rudy wasn't that the robot?
Rosie or
Rosie, sorry, yeah, Rosie. Yeah, Rosie was Rosie.
Well, I mean, the Flintstones was like, you know, I don't know. Mitch recently watched through the Flintstone stuff in order, and it's okay. It's just like, it's, you know what it is? It is literally the Honeymooners and a couple other sitcoms done in cartoon form.
Wait, which one?
The Honeymooners with Ralph
No,
Cramden.
no, no. What is?
The Flintstones.
Oh.
When you think about the same thing, they both one buddy, they're both in the lodge. They're the same thing to the prehistoric times. He doesn't drive a bus, he works at the quarry.
Yeah,
and
well,
stuff.
I have to tell you, I wasn't really old enough to watch the Honeymooners.
I wasn't
My parents
either.
wouldn't let me watch
I wasn't either, but when I used to go to school before, every day when I was in Catholic school, before I went to sleep, I was allowed to watch TV, a little bit of TV, which was the Honeymooners, and then either Sanford and Son or All in the Family, and then I had to go to sleep for the third one, whatever the third one was I had to be asleep for.
And I didn't even remember those much. I just remember my dad saying,
Yeah, that was like what he always said, but I've watched them a lot, like, because like I said, they're on every night for them to sleep. Kind of like the Bozo Show, which was regional, like, I don't know. This video probably how many people watching in the future would know what the Bozo Show is. Everybody knows, you know, the Bozo, the clown reference, all that, but that's because of this area's thing. But yeah, several actors. And when I was a kid, my mom tried to give me tickets to it. I think she did have tickets,
Wait,
but I had to get
tickets
them up
to
or
what?
something. The Bozo Show, you had to wait years in advance to get the tickets. It was like a
Jeez
kids
Louise.
clown show, yeah. It was
Well, no,
local,
I
but
know Bozo the Clown is a big deal about that.
but the crazy thing was that bucket
There's
game.
so many clowns. Why would you pay so much just to go see one?
Because it just became, it was done with a TV station, it was done with a large populated area.
It was the ads
It was
that got
broadcast.
you.
Well, not only that, but WGN used to be known as a superstation. There used to be another one in Boston. The early cable packages and other things, they had bigger broadcasting transmitters at first, and then for some of the original cable packages, so like WGN, Channel 9, where that was shown all over the country for a while. If you had cable really early, like in the 80s and stuff. So like on TV, like when they called and Spectravision and all that. All that stuff's in my wheelhouse.
Yeah. Well, the early 80s?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
You would
it's
have
like,
watched it on rerun,
what?
early 80s. You would not remember 1980. It was on
No.
TV in 1980 or 1981 or even 1982.
Well, yeah, but I mean, sure, it was put in
maybe
the syndication.
1982.
No, I do remember, because let's see, when did Doctor Who change? I remember when Tom Baker turned into Peter Davison, that was 1981. So I would have seen 1982, so that was where actually, I
Well, I
would have
know,
seen
but
in
I'm just
82.
saying you wouldn't remember that much.
Right,
You
but I
might
remember when that
like
happened.
little pieces of things.
Because I remember people telling my dad before that, because he was really into the show at the time, that like the guy had changed, he didn't like it anymore. And I still watched it, I still devoured it, obviously.
That is a very vibrant memory of that age. That's interesting. I wonder why.
I have a lot of vibrant memories of that.
Well, I know that, but what I'm saying is why that specific memory of Doctor Who and your dad. And
Because it was my first Doctor Who change. It was the first time I was watching Doctor Who live, not just older
yes,
stuff.
but when you were young, you didn't know it was going to be some big thing later on in your life. So I'm wondering why.
Because it was already a big thing in my life. I told you that was.
Because
you
your
know,
dad was into it.
That was my well, partially, but it was also because that was my escapism. It was different. Nobody else really
So
knew
your
what
dad used to watch it.
And the character, and so did his friend. His friend Tom Eisner got him into it.
All right, so that's why it's such a big memory.
Right, but also too, like I said, the things that appealed to me. You had a character that didn't need to have guns. He didn't need to beat anybody up. He just needed to be the smartest. And there was one thing I was repeatedly told as a kid is that I was smart. So it was like watching somebody use something besides everything else to actually, do good and solve problems and actually,
You had intelligence you could utilize.
Oh,
You
yeah.
did utilize.
Well, yeah, of course, that's what I'm saying. It taught me a lot of stuff. And a lot of the ways that I am came from that show too. Because I mean, it's not weird to never be cowardly, never be cruel. Like always help people. All those things are kind of like ingrained in there too. Like at certain points, and always like
Well, God is good. He gives us all gifts and abilities.
Well, yeah. I mean, I look at it as being placed in front of me because it was a substitute for other things that that
Well,
wouldn't-
you don't know why necessarily God did that for you.
No, I don't. But I can guess.
I don't think that. I think it's. I haven't really seen any scriptural thing to say it would a replacement for something else makes sense. It would be because it suited God's plan.
Well, sure. I mean, it's just a mixture of things. Me watching that thing has resulted in a lot of things that ended up being good if I didn't have that mentality.
Allowing you to, you can do all things through Him who gives you strength. So
Yeah.
allowing you to be able to
And also just
take
care.
more things.
And because my history without getting into all that. To care in a place where there's no compassion. Or it's not the
Care
right
what?
time. Caring and learning how to care in a place where there's not much compassion at the moment. Having a standard that actually says that's not good enough. That hatred isn't good. That evil isn't good. That
Well, I mean, since you weren't exactly
that violence
given
isn't good.
any
no.
good advice back then to pick up a Bible.
I mean, I went to
some
Catholic school.
other- Well, then that should have been the best that you could get. As far as morals and ethics go, I mean, how
The
to
problem
be a
was
good
that Catholic
person.
school is also like where, I guess you could say the earliest obstacles that
Maybe
face
they
with
needed
people.
to make a video production that was as good as Doctor Who, and then you would have been into it.
No, I mean, I listened to what I was told.
Listen,
It
I know
had
that
ways.
some of that stuff back then was really bad, and honestly, highly opposite of science. Even the Bible actually right with science and
The
history.
only thing I
so
remember being
when they
shown-
when they
the only thing
separate
I
it
remember
so
being
much,
shown-
it's like give me a break.
I'm sure you said you were like a church kid and all that stuff, so you probably know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about when I say the only thing that I was shown that was religious minded for kids was Davy and Goliath.
That doesn't make sense if you went to Catholic school.
Well, it's St. Bede's the Venerable
It
that
still
church you
doesn't
passed
make
by.
sense to me. I mean, I was taught at a Catholic church when I was young, and when 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there was they taught us from the Bible, granted
Right.
it was
I'm not saying they
Oops.
didn't do that.
but
It wasn't all the time. It was like whenever you went, there was like things downstairs. Like you were a young kid. I was there when I was a little kid.
they would have taught you the golden rule, okay? That's number one. They would have taught you the golden rule for sure. doing others as you would have them doing to you. Yes.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you
That
how
they
that-
would have taught you first. Usually they do. Like once you get to be like 5 or 5.
I mean, what I remember about that,
Probably
we had,
even at 2. I
we
don't know.
had, especially because I was here to 4th grade. At first we did 2, but especially eventually at the end, especially like the last 2 years I was there, we had a class that was literally taught by one of the fathers that was there. The like 5 or 6 that were there, and they would teach you about religion. And then you'd go to church Wednesday, and you'd go to church on Sunday. You know, like Sunday was like with your family, Wednesday was part
Well,
of
I
the school
don't
thing.
mean necessarily religion. You were talking about not having a model of being a good person.
Oh no, I'm not saying that wasn't play a part of it too. Of course it didn't. I mean that was something else, but it was told that same kind of thing. It definitely had a huge factor in it as well. Just that all that became a bit rough a little bit later on, like 15 years down the line.
What do you mean by rough?
In other words, it became hard to take any of the things I was told and actually look at them pragmatically because everything that was going on was kind of anti that feeling. So at least it seemed at the time. So especially being young, so it took a while for me to kind of regain that perspective.
Well, yeah, because when you're young, you most, we're wired to be highly
And
protective
I-
of ourselves and make sure that we survive.
And there's 3 people listening or people watching later on. I mean, I can tell you in this nutshell what it was. My mom got sick, everything else. My dad wasn't. Loved my dad. He wasn't always the best person in the world as far as like
You
abuse
had
goes.
a ton of things thrown at you
But-
at that age,
right,
at a young
so-
age,
young
and so
age.
you were protecting
So-
yourself.
And well, yeah.
And that is
And I also
a
try
normal
to hold
thing
my
to
family
do,
together,
no matter
you
how
know.
old you are, but it's definitely very, very normal at 15 years old while you're going
Well,
through puberty
from
and
10 to
changes,
20 or 10 to
responsibility.
18 grade
Where
years.
you just got to be the age where you really understand consequences and empathy better. So it's a lot to be thrown at once. And
Oh,
then
sure.
Your hormones are just pushing your emotions all over the place. It's understandable that you wouldn't have taken in all the information of being good when just so much is going on at once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the thing.
But somewhere along the line,
But I
Thomas,
talked to you.
did actually take that in. So at what age do you think that happened? What age
I
did it
mean, I
start
took
to
it in
happen?
when I was young. It was just that, like, and I tried to be that way, like, very much so. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie to you about that. I was a good kid. Like, I didn't, as far as a little kid goes, up until about the time I was a teenager, I was pretty good. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't,
Well,
I
we know
would-
that kids are actually they don't do anything wrong.
I
okay?
was pretty much like,
They
well, I
really
know,
don't.
but I mean, like, I really didn't do anything. I didn't do anything stupid. I didn't. The most stupidest thing I ever got in trouble for, which I deserved, with me and my friend Brian hit a ball up on top of my flat roof. We decided it was a good idea to pretend like we were being in a movie, and I was kind of holding him towards the edge of the thing, with kind of like playing. But I mean, like, it
Well,
was
I
the
don't
end of the
want to get.
movie,
Yeah.
and it was kind of like not a good idea. And my dad found out, and I did get hit with a belt for that. It's one of the few times I get hit, but I was like, I
what I was
deserve
gonna
it.
ask you was not to get into all of that type of stuff, but you
Right.
can just say yes or no. Like,
That's fine. I have no
did
problem.
you do you think is it possible that some of the reasons you didn't get into trouble, that you were a good kid, was as far as like well behaved at
Right.
least? I mean, I'm not saying you didn't love people or something. I'm sure you did, but
Right.
do you think some of that had to do with the way that you were treated at home?
I
As
would
far as
say-
like how disciplinarian that your father was.
I would say, well, no, I wasn't really disciplinarian. He was just
Oh, he
an
wasn't.
asshole. He was.
Okay.
I mean, I'll say it that way, and it's the only way I can put it.
So he wasn't nice. He was mean.
He was mean, and just the idea of like he did want things in a certain order, but they were past the point of that. It was kind of like what you say about this, what you say about others. I've heard you say about it before. Like when you get something past the point, when it's past the point, because it's like, okay, I don't know how to put it to you. It's like you already made the point, everything's fine, but you still want to see this, and if anything goes wrong with it, like then he'll just poke at you for it. And anything, and his thing is always he's narcissistic.
Okay.
So his
if
thing
you
is
did
always to
something-
build
so,
himself
So if he
up.
told you something and then you didn't do it right.
He would tell me that I was stupid for not doing it right, that anybody could do that thing. How could I be so stupid that you can't get that right? God, you must really be stupid. You're so stupid. I could do that right. I could do that better than you when I was younger than you. I could do that better right now. I'm better than you. Basically, that's what the
Honestly,
gist of it was.
we've all been that irritated with someone before, but to
But
do
that's
it
what
to
he
your
did.
child on a
But that's
constant,
what he does
consistent
all the
basis, or to
time.
anyone I know, he
It
did it to
never
everybody
stopped.
I know. He never stopped anymore.
He's a narcissist. We never saw it. And it keeps going.
And he didn't feel any sort of anything.
And
for it
no,
about it.
no, he does. There's the thing when
No,
he was
he got excited by it.
right. He
Yeah,
was a
he got
weird
excited
narcissist.
by
'Cause
it.
I remember one time, particularly when I was older, there's someone talking about you there. When I was like told him something, and I went past this just the room, like the corner of the room where you could see somebody's face, and stuck it back real quick. And I said, I know you're smiling at me. I know you're sitting here smugly smiling, but you get something out of it. That was after I knew what a narcissist was, and so I called him out on it a few times. Like, so I know what that is. That's your little narcissist high you're getting. So congratulations, you got me so ticked off that now you get to feel better about yourself.
So if I at this point in the conversation say something like, how much it's not narcissist, it's narcissist, right? Does that mean I'm not being nice to you?
Narcissist?
It's narcissist. There's no narc. There's no
No,
cuh
narcissist.
in it. There's no cut in it.
That's what happens when you read everything online.
I know. Which is why I'm not. I just wanted to tell you. I meant to tell you previously, but I didn't want to. I don't get a thrill out of it like other people do.
Right. Well, I mean that was like a thing, but I mean he was like that with a lot of stuff. That's just what he was. He was very strange like that. Yeah. I mean, sometimes he's done really cruel things. Like there was one time when I was sitting there crying about my mom dying, all this other stuff. He had a video camera on it. Then he pulled the video camera out and said, "Come on, I want you to say it again, but on the camera." And was repeatedly asked me. Not just asked me once, but asked me like 10 times. It was like one of the most horrible experiences I ever had in my life. Felt like I was being like tortured in a way, like emotionally tortured. It was kind of nutty. Or the couple of times my dad has done things, but I don't know what he's done with women, but I think a couple of things were done.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that because that's a little bit of a thing.
Right, it is, but I mean, I'll leave it at that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to that. That's why. If I seem a bit odd sometimes, there's reasons. Not an excuse for it, but there are
I think we
reasons.
should stop and say a little prayer. That would be appropriate at this point in time. What do you think?
Sure.
You want to say it? You want me to?
At the moment, you say it.
Okay. All right,
I
if
usually
you're
wouldn't have a
here,
problem
want
with
to stop
that,
and say a
but-
prayer. If you're into that, bow your heads and close your eyes, or however you pray. God, we come to you right now. In humility and love. And thank you for being a part of our lives. Thank you for giving us good, loving feelings. We thank you for pulling us out of any places that we shouldn't have been, or that we were brought to that weren't good for us. We thank you for healing us of wounds. And we thank you for filling our hearts with peace and allowing us to surrender to you. And in doing so, giving us joy. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. Thank you for your grace of Jesus and the grace of taking away our sins, taking away our shame, our guilt, so that it is no more. Thank you for letting us see yesterday without living in it. We appreciate your love. Amen. Thomas, I just want to do that for you.
I appreciate that. But I'll tell you something else.
Well, me too, because I mean, I can feel it,
But I can tell you something else. And if after saying that prayer, the other side of the coin seems appropriate, that even though all that stuff happened, a lot of resilience and strength and everything else lies within it as well. And so when you do turn back to being how you should, that you have a lot more strength about it, and a lot. It's harder to stop you from doing it. And it's harder for the world to kind of take away a lot of things from you because you've already had to take it back.
So, tell us how you turn away from those feelings and that anger.
Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's really hard.
Right. I know.
But the thing is you just say, I mean, it just becomes, a lot of the things just become very stupid.
No, but how do you turn away from them?
probably by just been mostly just by thinking about something, seeing something, focusing on something, and realizing it's kind of like waking up. If there was anything when it comes to all that kind of stuff that ever like had the most potential for somebody saying, "Well, this is like something that's internally in you that's actually like taking over you," I would say anger is definitely one of them.
Right. Well, we know the bad part of it. So
Right.
what I'm asking you is,
So what I'm
how do we
saying
turn
is-
away from that
well,
part
what
of it?
I'm
I don't
saying
need any
is-
more like
No, I
descriptions of
understand.
it.
I understand, but it's just like it's part of the point, though. It's like the idea is,
Yeah.
so that whole thing, waking up from that is a big part of it. Because
Well,
if you feel like it's one thing's compelling you one way, and then once you focus on a reminder of something that's like swinging you the other direction, um, which could be anything at all. That's even why things like, fictional things, non-fictional things are all like inspirational because they remind you of other things. They can be used as checkpoints in your own mind. They remind you something that just makes, like I said, Dr. Who has that great line of it, when he gets really angry the one time, like I told you a million times, your rage will stop at sight of the first crying child. And you know what? That's exactly correct. I don't
right,
want to
but
hurt
we
you.
don't need to wait until God puts a crying child in front of us.
Well, no, I know what you're
Or
saying.
a hurt person, because by the time you get to somebody's hurting, then you may have hurt them.
Well, sure, but it's just the idea. I'm just saying there's always like reminders of it. How not to.
Right. So what I'm
Continue.
asking you is, how do you turn away from those? How do you say, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be sitting here thinking these horrible things and everything about my past and everything about yesterday. I want to think about today and what's happening now and how to be happy and what we're doing. Like, how do you turn away from those negative feelings? What
Yeah.
is the simple answer?
I guess you just have to turn them off.
Well, I mean, acknowledging that they're there is fine, but you've had them numerous times, so you already know what they are. It's
Right.
not some new emotion that you need to figure out. You already know that you've had it.
Right.
Okay. So, I mean, there's lots of different ways. Obviously, what I would say, which is pray, read your Bible,
Right.
worship, mainly worship, honestly. Worship and pray to God while you're worshiping, because that's prayer. It is prayer. Because it renews you, it fills you with strength and energy, like love, peace. It's extremely peaceful. You have the different Buddhist principles that you were working on as far as like ways of meditating or calming yourself, focusing.
Right.
What you were saying is focus. So, but you have to intentionally pick something ahead of time, right?
No.
I mean, that would be the
no.
best if you pick something when you were calm, when you were in a good place emotionally.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's something that works for you, is focusing on something else. If that's everybody has different things that work for them. And I am not a licensed therapist. Let's be clear.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying you are. Matter of fact, I know you're not. But
And I am not hypnotizing you. I am not hypnotizing
Right.
you. No.
but it is I don't know.
Just playing. I mean, you can joyfully dance on the log.
Huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. You're upset, you're sad, you're angry. Go try balancing on a log if you can do that safely. It's something physical, so it takes that energy that's inside of you that is, might be hyper, literally, and you need to run off the energy. Little kids go running back and forth like a dog. They do. And honestly, I run with them sometimes back and forth. I run with the dogs too, back and forth. It gets my energy out. How about what works for you? Does anything work for you as far as getting the energy out of your body?
What? No, I'm not sure.
No, any sort of physical activity that helps you to let go of that emotion, or the amped up part of the emotion.
No, I don't know. Not sure.
But yeah, I tend to do
Other than
things where I can
that,
focus, do something where I can focus both my body and my mind. And when I can't move my body, which you've seen a lot lately, I get to a point where I can't really move very much, and then I have like these physical anxiety attacks where my brain might be super happy, but my body's like, it's not very happy. And so I'm having an anxiety attack in my body, and my brain's just going, please stop, please stop. So in those moments, I actually will push on something like on my hand, or push on a spot, or pressure points mainly, and then do something that completely takes my mind off it. Which honestly sometimes is watching a show or something that is complex enough that my brain will focus on it. Give it more, focus. If it's too simple, I'll get bored and start remembering how my body feels. But stretching, that sort of thing, is helpful. Yeah, you figure it out before it happens. It's much easier to choose your behavior, what you want, how you want your brain to focus on your emotions. And set like guidelines for yourself. Like if I cross this threshold and I start getting anxious around people, then I'm gonna go over here until I can calm down, away from all the people. Except for maybe, one that's helping you. That's what they're doing and that's what they want to do. Do you agree with that, or do you disagree with it? Because you're awful silent.
I agree with it. That's fine.
No, I want your honest opinion. I don't want you to just blindly agree. Did you even hear me?
Yeah, I did.
Or was that just too much?
No, I heard you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that really, honestly. I don't know about pre-designing your emotion.
Well, it is. Your emotions are yours. You can decide to have any emotion you want for anything.
But those will change as you encounter things, obviously.
It does, but you can train your brain to not be... Okay, say you always get scared of spiders. You train your brain to not be scared of spiders. It's not any different than if somebody... or somebody points a gun at you and you know how to react because you've been trained properly.
Right.
You've had forethought, thought it through, figured out how to react in the way that is going to increase your chances and possibly the other person's chances for survival. Right. I think they didn't hear me for a minute.
No, we're
Okay.
fine.
Hello. We got it sorted.
Really? That's kind of crazy. There's no way that's right. There's no way this entire thing has almost been 1 hour. This is going on 1 hour, like 55 minutes. There's no way this thing is
No,
on.
I told you that it went down for a minute. I don't know how long. But it did because it said you're live. It's the screen, so I don't know how long it was. But anyway, if you wanna say goodnight, you can.
No, I don't. That's fine.
We're
It's
not
up to
really
you.
talking about anything else.
No, not quite.
We're not pointing at warm up to the evening.
Right.
We can do a dance.
Huh.
You ready to dance? Can't really see me from the waist down, it's just black. And I'm wearing jeans.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's dark out here.
Yep. Good time to dance.
Plus, out of the two cameras, the only thing about using the front-facing one is obviously the lower of the two cameras.
go down these stairs over here. No.
That thing. I don't know. That's one of
What thing?
the stair things people used to always do.
Oh, it's something you're taught in drama
Oh,
class fairly
excuse
early,
me.
right after you start. They teach you mime and then because in that way you can visually you see the wall, you see the stairs, you feel how heavy they are. When you hit them, are they wood? Are they this? Are they that? All that kind of thing. It's about visualization, imagination, and sticking to something in your mind and visualizing it going out from that. Going into it, all sorts of things. That's fine. The stair thing. Most of us have learned it at some point in our lives. Sometimes just by watching it on TV. Or down at the park. You have more street performers here, right?
Oh, I mean,
Well, I
not
mean,
here. but
around
no,
Chicago.
I mean, there are, I take it. But,
And there's more in some of the southern, warmer areas. But I mean, obviously New York and whatnot. But high populous areas. I mean, in Portland, honestly, there's not as many as you would think. When I was in Boise, there was only two, a given night. two street performers. Tons and tons of food trucks, though. We definitely could have put some performers around the food trucks. They would have been amazing. I mean, there's some spots.
2 street performers and a ton of food trucks sounds like a really edgy band name for a band that just starts off like, that's what we used to call ourselves.
2 street performers.
We used to be
and food.
two street performers and tons of food trucks.
That's
and,
too long. That's
right, and then we thought that was a bit too wordy, and we cut that.
Performers with food trucks. Performers on food trucks.
That's kind of strange.
Performers about food trucks.
Almost about.
About them,
Oh yeah, great. All the songs are about food trucks.
No, not performances. Performers, yeah, see them. When you say about town, about food trucks. Okay. Food truck performers. Truck stop performers. Food cart performers.
Truck food performer.
No. Wow, my poetic brain seriously made me look at the thesaurus. Entertainers.
There goes the 8:15 on Omaha.
Conductors.
Conductors of food
truck
trucks.
conductors.
Conductors of food trucks.
The food truck conductors.
Food truck conductors.
Well, I like food. I like trucks.
You could
I
put
like
all-
conductors.
You could put all the song names like different things. Serenade of the Tacos. Dirge of the Brisket.
Eat that taco, eat that taco, eat that.
No.
You're the one that said it. I know it's silly. How about hot sauce on my taco? On your taco.
That's that song
Tastes
from
so
Friday.
good. Hot sauce on my taco.
That's that song from next Friday. That's an Ed sings. That's what reminds me of.
What? Someone's next Friday singing a song?
Yeah, he gets a burrito. It's actually a burrito. And he goes, hot sauce on my burrito, baby. Hot sauce on my burrito, baby.
Oh, okay. Well,
Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby.
great. Okay, so I guess I could sing what is that from South Park or something?
No, it's
I don't
from
know, it's just what you
it's
sounded
next,
like. You sound like the
it's
shark.
next well yeah well, okay well next Friday.
Oh,
It's that one.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
that guy, the dad
I don't
character.
know. I think I watched that with my friends when I was young. But after that, I didn't really watch it. Just
The
at some
first one is
point.
funny. The third one, or the one where there's different guys.
What is it, Friday After Friday or something?
No, the Friday after next is actually
Oh,
like.
okay.
So it's Friday, next Friday, Friday after next, and there's some other one.
The last Friday.
Last Friday.
Well, that would make sense to me. I guess I should make another one then, huh? Called The Last Friday.
Maybe.
Alright.
Don't give them any ideas. They don't make original films anymore.
I'll be back here.
Well.
Kind of hurting.
Okay. Well, I'm starting to believe it's only been 55 minutes. You're sitting here watching fine. I've been here. Sit by the water so fine. Two valiant people watching. They're watching the fire crackle on WKRCKLE out of Beverly Shores, Indiana. Tomorrow, I'll do that activity. I'll buy another, possibly, tackling riot. Tomorrow, we're clearing up more firewood as well. Like that. Clear sky again. Okay. Next few days. Except for the current fire is smoking my direction a little bit. Like I said, we didn't actually get rain. So that's good. Obviously I can't check radar because that's what this phone here is doing, is filming or recording for you.
It's time to say goodnight so we can
Okay.
get up tomorrow and do some things.
Alright.
So then everybody can go with us
Alright.
and explore the Indian. Oh, wait, I don't have my headset on. Sorry about that. Okay. I think it's time to say goodnight, and then tomorrow we'll be able to get up and go explore the Indiana Dunes
Right.
or Michigan City or
Something.
Lakeshore.
Well, I think
I mean, that was
after
a cool area,
I think
too.
after we end this, what we should do is look. I have more of a plan.
We could go back to the gardens. We could go to another gardens. There's a bunch of gardens. So
The
that
thing
would
about
be,
the
that's
gardens
really
is,
cool.
I mean, I know that people
Everybody
are,
liked those.
Well, I know they liked them, but the only bad part about that is they're not in bloom yet.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Everybody liked it. That's the bottom line.
True. Well, I know.
Okay.
I just.
If they like it, they like it.
I mean,
let
that's
'em like
fine.
It. They
but
can
people,
see different plants at different times of the year. It's okay. And every year is different with, you know, the way things grow and the weather and all that. So let them see a little bit of history.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, they can be part of history.
Well, then in that case, we'll say goodnight to you.
Historical record.
You see our KLE.
Good night.
Beverly Shores.
Good love. Good God. Yes.
Well, at least they were all okay.
Yes.
That's matters. See you guys later. Goodbye. Have a good night. Thank
See
you.
you soon. See you here.